Чемоданчик. А вот и настоял, а вот и настоял. А вот и настоял, а вот и настоял, а вот и настоял мой чемоданчик. А вот и настоял, а вот и настоял. А вот и настоял мой чемоданчик. А вот и настоял мой чемоданчик. А вот и настоял мой чемоданчик. А вот и настоял, а вот и настоял, а вот и настоял мой чемоданчик. Ярослав, welcome to computer. Сейчас. Сейчас я подойду. Возьму попить еще. Здравствуйте, Настя. Ножи! Да, начну я. Ой, сейчас отключу вот эту хуембулу. Сюда нужен геймпад обязательно, чтобы сыграть в Deadly Premonition. Потому что там не поддерживается интернет. Это потому что в 120 он идет кадров в секунду. Я не перестану никогда этим хвастаться. Этот стрим идет в 120 кадров. Что ж, да начнется гамза. Сразу. Без каких-либо вот этих прелюдий. Спасибо, Никита, за 25 месяцев. Это невероятно, что он делает. Ты ничего не успела пропустить. Я сказал, а вот и настоял мой чемоданчик, и все. Дропнет на первом часе. Ты мне нахуй? Ты меня плохо, видимо, знаешь. Вот она. Нахую намотана. Ты плохо знаешь эту игру. Да пошел-ка ты нахуй, Хенри Уайт. Я первую часть прошел, блядь. Вы еще будете мне рассказывать? Я теперь чисто из принципа не дропну. О чем игра? Детектив... как его зовут-то, блядь? Как его зовут, нахуй? Я забыл. Томас... Не Томас... Йорк его зовут. Морган Йорк. Расследует ебейшие убийства в стиле очень странных дел. Все, откладываю эти сварики, я иду. Все. Здрасте, Абр. Я боюсь на кнопку старт пока нажимать. Хочу игру потише чуть сделать. Красти спун, самик.
God damn it. What a way to start the new year. At this rate, I'll be dead by Easter.
Quiet down, Agent Jones. You're on the clock.
Shut the fuck up, you fucking...
Quiet
Спасибо,
down.
Никитос, за тир 3. С возвращением.
You have any
Получилось?
idea what
Или
you-
тебя из Израиля выгнали?
I'd be half naked in Havana right now if you hadn't shown up. Soaking up some rays, surrounded by a harem of bikini
Блять. Я чуть-чуть вот так вот на полтинник. На полтос 55 вот скину звук.
queens, a mojito
Очень громко
in one
кричит
hand,
просто
and
мужчина.
a seafood-slathered Havana-style pizza in the other. What did I do to deserve this? Does God hate me?
No. The regional bureau chief merely issued a special order.
Здравствуйте, Ковальский. Это они пришли домой
Agent
вроде к
Jones,
Юрку. Он
don't
тут
let him take
алкоголик типа.
control of the conversation. The moment you
Это в
let your
трейлере
guard down,
давным-давно
he'll
было.
strike.
Ебать, я тогда жестко, кстати, хайпанул, когда трейлер этот показали, а потом забыл.
And no red, remember?
Я так понимаю, No Red это отсылка к первой части?
It's open. Come on in.
С оптимизацией на ПК все ок-то. Ты не видишь этот смайлик? Ты, Никита, с компьютера? С компика? Если ты не видишь смайлик этот с компьютера, тебе нужно скачать 7TV. Это новая штука. Неофициальная. Она Твичем не поддерживается, но она позволяет 250 эмоутов добавить. Дуричан, привет. Можешь поставить 7TV, он также ставится, как все остальное. А как это разрешили, блядь, в Японии? Как разрешили в Японии, блядь, эту игру, если Йорк курит ганжу в начале игры?
You have questions for us. That's why you're here, isn't it?
Я разрешил, понял. Это Фрэнсис Зак Морган. Он теперь... Он вроде другой раньше был. У него другое имя немного было. Тут прикол в том, что... у него, типа, раздвоение личности. У него еще одна личность, это Зак в голове, и он, типа, с ним общается постоянно. Мне уже можно играть. Тут, кстати, я не могу никуда идти. Я даже если назад нажимаю, она идет вперед. Здравствуйте, Зеленка в помощь, Доджичан, Пахус. Тебе отправляют Ким Чен Ына, потому что это мы, ну, это ты теперь. Вот эта гифка я в честь тебя добавил ее. Где в аниме девочку мужик превращается какой-то рандомный.
Mr. Morgan, before we question you, allow me to first read you your rights. Anything you say may be used against you in a court of law. Please keep that in mind as you speak. Do we have permission to film this?
Доценти, спасибо за ресаб. За тир 1. Добро пожаловать.
Don't worry, my fairy. They're free to do whatever they like.
Something wrong, Mr. Morgan? I'm FBI Special Agent Aaliyah Davis. And
Привет,
this
это
is
уже
Simon
охуительный.
Jones,
Да-да-да.
an analyst from the Boston branch.
Диалоги охуенные.
He's been monitoring us for years now.
Oh,
Это игра тех же разработчиков, что D4. Да?
Hi.
Да, да. Ой, блядь. Я представляю эту игру на свече, блядь. Еще.
seriously.
A Southern belle and a lonesome loser who can't catch a break. Quite the uncanny duo. You'd be
Я
the
детектив,
perfect
я
stars for the
разговариваю
latest
вот так.
video game.
Ну,
Isn't that right, my fairy?
Ай-яй-яй-яй-яй. Ой, господи, блядь.
How many years has it been since someone came to chat with us? Oh, but
Не прошло, сука, 3
ask
минут, уже
me
четвертую
about
стену
my
сломали.
fairy.
Типа, ой, вы так долго ждали. Да, я
That's a
ждал.
private
Буду
matter.
честен, я ждал, блядь. Я ждал. Здравствуйте,
It's hard
Славутич.
to tell what he's
Славик.
thinking, but my eyes can't be deceived.
Стоп.
If he's
Алло.
hiding something, it'll come out in his face.
Ух ты, прикольный какой худ.
You solved many difficult cases across your career. Utilizing your own unique MO, you've expertly cracked cases that were otherwise thought to be unsolvable. According to our records, after joining the FBI in 2002, you quickly solved 2 drug ring-related kidnapping cases. In 2003, you solved the Inside Out Flesh Skinner case. In 2004, the Jeffrey Dahmer wannabe case in Milwaukee, and also the stuffed human collector case in St. Louis that then. In 2005, you coincidentally happened to solve the Lise Clarkson murder case while on vacation. You went on to solve many other cases after that, all of them seemingly inexplicable. Did you really solve these cases all on your own?
Сейчас скажут, нет, я не сам, со мной был Зак
There are
или
no
же...
records of you using a wide-scale investigative team or working with anyone else. How did you ever accomplish such monumental feats all by yourself?
It was all thanks to our talented partner.
Partner. The FBI files show no record of you ever working with a partner. Do you mean you worked with some sort of unofficial partner or an outside confidant?
Our partner is our partner. We've always worked together. Besides, Belle, you're forgetting one important thing. After the St. Louis case, we stopped by a diner on our way home and caught Thelma and Louise, 2 highly sought-after fugitives.
Visions. You can use visions to acquire important hints. LB. То есть мне подсказывают, куда смотреть?
Hey, Belle. Why are you dressed so handsomely?
What are you talking about?
The thick black accessory wrapped around your neck. That's a male necktie. The color black represents confidence and interest in the self. And your decision to wear a male tie symbolizes your declaration of war against a predominantly male society.
Йоу!
Or perhaps it's a psychological
Йоу,
barrier
насущные
meant
темы.
to hide the weakness that dwells deep within your psyche. We admire your bravery.
I thought you retired from profiling.
Bullseye, huh? You're an easy one to read.
Хорошее дело. Ну,
In order to think
тут
with
всегда так было.
society,
В этом, в этой игре
a
всегда
man
так.
must
Тут
first gouge out his
игру
eyes
пишет
and cut
с
off
фигбука
his
чувак
ears.
какой-то вот рандомный, знаешь, они просто методом
Don't
отбора
judge a book by
рассылают
its cover.
всем людям на фигбуке
For someone who's supposed to have been one
приглашение,
of our
и они
best,
пишут
you've
вместе
got an
сюжет.
awful
И
eye for people.
примерно получается для Premonition.
Or did all that smoke and kill all your little gray cells?
Okay, Aaliyah, that's enough.
Юля, привет.
She's smart, but she's also more of a shrew than she lets on.
Agent Jones, that's sexual harassment.
Что еще раз? Sexual... Почему?
So, Belle, does that barrier of yours also protect you from violent criminals?
Дон Макарон, привет. Это что я добавил смайлик с сыром, его использует только Дон Макарон, и это тот смайлик, который он кинул.
I'll just have to assault him head on with questions then. First, I'll try using the files on the table to shake him up.
Files on the table, значит. Unfinished chess game. Наверное, вот тут вот сейчас будет спойлер на весь сюжет, 100%.
That chessboard looks rather old, and you can't even buy those ivory pieces anymore.
Right. They were banned by the CITES Treaty.
That was made in France in the 1900s. We know it's in bad taste, but the weight of the
Он
ivory
типа сам с собой играет,
just
поняли?
feels so good in our hands.
You play chess alone?
Is that a crime?
No. But it's a hard game to enjoy when you're all by yourself.
He's probably just replicating famous games, or trying to solve problems from a chess workbook. Right, Morgan? I may not look it, but I'm actually a bit of a chess nut myself. When I was in school, I used to pore over every issue of Chess Life, the magazine published by the U.S.
Мы
Chess
поняли,
Federation.
Саймон. Ты играешь в шахматы, да.
Unfortunately, your
Охуенно.
guess is completely
Спасибо, что
wrong,
рассказал. Но мы
Agent
на
Jones.
допросе просто сидим.
He isn't replicating a famous game, nor is he solving workbook problems. There isn't a single chess book to be found in this apartment.
Ну, блядь, я играл в первую часть, он сам с собой
And I
играет.
didn't find any chess-related websites in his
О, смотрите,
internet
снизу
history.
письмо из Смэша, там, пригласили его
He
в
was simply playing
Смэш.
chess.
О, сори, скипнул, я просто прочитал уже.
So, what's wrong with that, Belle?
I don't understand it. How could a single human being seriously play as both sides?
You just publicly confessed to stealing personal data.
Чего?
Seems like that's a much bigger problem.
Oh no. Everything was done in a perfectly legal manner. We simply happened to intercept a handful of data being sent out from an unknown origin.
Вот сейчас они о чем говорят?
Ooh, now she's really
про дело они
trying
говорят,
to
я понял,
scare
я понял.
us. Did you hear that, my fairy? Serious nightmare fuel.
Do you remember the homicides that took place in Le Carré, Louisiana in 2005?
We solved that case.
Your report states the
Первая
following.
часть вот сейчас будет.
By coincidence, you encountered a serious incident in a town you visited while on vacation. You then decided to steal the right to investigate from the local law enforcement and took over the case. After several more homicides, you
он зомби
managed to
убивал.
apprehend the perpetrator.
Привет, Марикума. Дайте ему 5 кто-нибудь. Смотрите, он руку поставил.
Yes.
Прикоснитесь к монитору
Yes.
ладонью.
Yes, that's exactly what happened. We stole the right to investigate from them, just as you said.
It all started when the body of a 16-year-old girl was discovered. You arrived in Le Carré immediately after that, didn't you?
We just can't seem to keep ourselves away from dead girls.
Did you really visit that town just to take a vacation?
We don't know. If you already have the report, then we suggest you read it, Belle. Either way, that case is closed.
Closed. You sure about that? Don't you think this puzzle is still missing some crucial pieces?
Come on. No need to beat around the bush with us, Belle.
Блять, тот факт, что...
They found Lise Clarkson's body. It was hidden deep within the Clarkson Food Delivery Services cold storage warehouse.
After 14 years, we finally discovered the body of the very first victim. Do you know what this means? That's
Это
why
все
we're here.
возвращается в первой части. О май гад, balls.
The first victim in the case he solved, Lise Clarkson. This is a photograph of what she looks like now.
Привет,
How will he
Шмэмблс.
react when he sees?
Хочу попробовать этот самый. Ага, понял.
We're pleased that her body turned up. Deeply pleased.
You claim to have closed this
Я
case,
просто не
but
понимаю,
now a lost
каким
body
нахуй
suddenly
образом
surfaced.
ребята из ФБР пришли в квартиру.
Aren't you
к
curious
Моргану.
about the details?
Он курит ганджу прям при них, ему вообще похуй.
Body or not,
И дает им
we
показания.
already solved
Как можно
that
человека,
case.
блядь, брать показания, если он, ну, на седьмом небе
Lisa's
нахуй находится сейчас?
can't change anything now. And it certainly has nothing to do with us.
I suspect the body was stored there rather than abandoned, due to the unnatural state it was found in. She was found frozen in a storage unit. Therefore, she looks exactly the same as she did when she disappeared. In fact, she's in such good condition that we can even determine the murder weapon and cause of death.
Well,
Кто-то играется с расследованием.
good for you.
Even stranger is how
Plus ratio.
unbelievably beautiful she looks. At first glance, few would guess she was a murder victim at all. She looks more like a piece of art, or a mythological figure from a painting.
This keeps getting better and better.
Better and better?
Isn't that right, my fairy? A corpse as beautiful as a goddess.
Он под
Sounds
ганджой.
just like our story. Yes. Yes.
That went okay. Now I'm sure that Morgan's hiding something. I may be able to get what I want if we go deeper into the documents.
Isn't there someone else you should have talked to before coming to us? Such as...
Этой персоне у ГГ тоже брали показания под нарко. Но жалко,
We
что
were
персона
unable
5
to
говно. Эта игра охуенчик.
You
Ага.
look surprised. I thought you already knew.
Персона, блядь, игра
After all,
для...
you visited. We assumed you
Душевно
met with her
больных, нахуй.
during your time there.
Персону 5, блядь, стримят все. А вот эту игру кто
We
стримит?
haven't been
Я!
to Louisiana.
Я один! Только я один стримлю эту игру нахуй
that
на
so?
русском языке.
We've
Общаюсь
been
на
right here
русском.
in our apartment this entire time. That man is our witness.
Пускай персону стримят эти, блядь, всякие вот эти.
Aren't
Как
you,
их там
son?
нахуй? Эти...
He's right. He didn't even take a single step outside on Christmas Eve.
Анимешники. Не, вот те,
means
которые,
that I
знаешь,
didn't get
на
to
грузовиках ездят и детей завлекают в грузовики. Я не помню просто, как
Are
они
you
называются.
positive about that? I took the liberty of checking some airline records.
А Deadly Premonition буду стримить только я и Зибура. Потому что Зибуре
Last
нравится
Friday, the
очень
name
сильно
Billy
Deadly Premonition.
Bishop was listed on a morning flight out of Boston. This is the fake name.
Альтер, того Егора, наверное,
Yet
отберут
that's not
грузовик
all.
нахуй. Я бы ему
That
грузовик не
evening
дал
on the
вообще,
same
блядь.
day.
Я ему...
A man with a large scar on his forehead allegedly purchased an '89 Cadillac from a small used car lot in Le Carré. He reportedly said he wanted something old, big, and strong. The owner of the car lot felt it was a strange order, so it stuck in his mind.
Our world is filled with mysteries.
Первый премиш на платину прошел.
And
Это
they
похвально.
always have the
Вы его
most
вроде довольно легко
bizarre
пройти на платину.
timing.
Но у меня там оно начало крашиться, я его куплено досмотрел, буду честен. Когда проходил, у меня на определенном сегменте игры началась крашиться игра, и мне пришлось на YouTube досматривать.
Incidentally,
Я с фиксами со всей хуйней играл.
on the following day,
Ну, я там
an
близко
identical
к концу
Cadillac
был.
was
Я уже
taken to
почти
a
до этой дошел,
scrapyard in
до
Trenton,
часовни или как, на чем там заканчивается.
Trenton, New Jersey.
You can find that type of car anywhere. Isn't that right, my fairy?
Можно еще сделать
Halfway
лук.
finished. I think he was playing both sides by himself. If it was merely for entertainment, it wouldn't be a problem. But I know that every action he takes has its own special purpose, especially now that his remaining time is limited. He didn't so much as twitch when he saw the picture of the body. He's even tougher than the rumors made him out to be. But I was prepared for that. And if my hunch is right, he's deeply intertwined with this case. Far deeper than what my superiors think.
Играть первый
You may
Deadly
be
Premonition.
wondering
Мы
why-
поняли, ты играл в Deadly
Everything
Premonition,
happens
да, мы
for a
поняли.
reason.
Мы поняли, да. Не забудь всем 70 людьми, можешь всех меньше начать рассказывать, что ты играл в Deadly Premonition. Я понял, да.
The moment Lise Clarkson's body was found, we did the best we could to start our own local investigation. But there wasn't much we could actually investigate due to the damage caused by the hurricane.
Then we assume you also questioned everyone who worked in the warehouse.
Funner Funerals. Понял. Сейчас запишу.
Of course.
Так, ребята,
We
официально хочу
questioned all the
заявить,
Clarkson
что
Food
Funner
Delivery
Funerals
Services
играл в Deadly
employees
Premonition.
who staffed the warehouse and its owner.
Не знаю в какой,
But we
но...
still have
Не, он
yet to
просто играл,
obtain-
наверное.
Par for the course
Игры
for a
на
14-year-old
компьютере.
case, if you ask me.
Not to mention how bad the timing
Тоже на
was.
боксе, понял, записал.
Most of the employees were on
Не хочу хвастаться, но у
vacation.
меня 2 Xbox есть. У меня дома 2 Xbox. Не хочу хвастаться, конечно, ребята.
You gave up
2
on the
Xbox.
investigation and came.
Вы не забыли, сколько у меня Xbox'ов? 2 дома. Не 3. Докажи.
Remember
Я
what
стримерам не
happened,
поверят все.
my fairy? That warehouse. That man. So
Здравствуйте, Зебра.
incoherent,
Это, кстати, вот смотрите, Зебра с
such a
канала
pain.
Зебра, который озвучивает Demolition Ranch.
Hey, are you talking about the guy who managed the vault where Lisa's body was found?
О чем игра? Я не знаю, о чем
Remember,
игра.
Aaliyah? You said he was a pain to deal with too.
Мне выпало на РГГшке, ебать, сижу, играю.
The
Вот и думаю.
large man, yes?
Ну вот, про большого мужчину, видишь?
No need to answer. I'm sure you've already put him under surveillance. Textbook FBI protocol.
Morgan's right. Everything happens for a reason. Even this messy room. There must be a reason for it. Especially when it comes to those strangely
Ну,
tiny
как я понял,
spots.
они пришли к нему и допрашивают
practically begging me to
Моргана
question.
под ганжой, блядь. О делах, которые происходили 12 лет назад. У нее есть...
DVDs are all over the place.
Ух, нихуя, для каждой DVD-шки текстура есть.
I know that he's a shut-in, but this still seems like way too many for one person. And I've never heard of any of these titles before. Stage 4 progressive malignant tumor. How do humans behave when they know death is just around the corner? And what if that human is also a high-functioning sociopath?
А, я понял, походу сейчас они... Сейчас, походу, будет телепортация в этот самый...
Mr. Morgan,
Что мне кажется, что сейчас вся игра
I
будет у
found
Моргана
several
типа в
spots in
голове.
this room that look
как я понял.
strangely clean. Did you tidy up a bit because you knew we were coming?
Those are sanctuary. They've existed from the start.
Sanctuaries.
That's right. Sacred places, hovels for pure souls, if you will.
Were there originally objects in those hovels? Something you didn't want us to see.
4,5 бокса. Ты обманываешь. Ты обманываешь. Ты сказал, у тебя 3.
Souls still there.
Я делаю на тебя разоблачение.
We haven't touched a thing, but we know you can't see anything. Hey, Simon, don't touch the sanctuary.
Sorry.
That's a sanctuary. Don't ever touch it again. You've been watching us for 4.5 years, and you couldn't even figure that much out?
My bad. It's my first time actually coming inside, you know.
You're earning far more than you deserve then. What were you doing all day in that black Suburban? We thought wiretapping was your specialty. Don't tell me. Crossword puzzles. What do you think, my fairy? 4.5 years. All that
Чем же он
time.
занимался в своей машине? Решал кроссворды, блядь.
Crossword puzzles? No way. Come on. I thought you knew. I'm a Sudoku guy.
Я понял.
Agent Jones.
Oh, right.
God damn.
He's completely taking control of the conversation. At this rate, we'll never get anywhere. I need to press him some more.
Надо надавить. Надо надавить. А я ничем не могу, кроме как на Саймона.
Agent Jones, did you find the files?
Им вообще похуй, что все клипует, блядь. Вот, походу, Гринвейл это
Mr.
первая
Morgan.
часть, я правильно понимаю?
Do you recognize these files?
Внимание. Сейчас будет, походу, этот самый. Дол...
Whoa! Ow!
We told you. That's a sanctuary.
Let him go! Assaulting an FBI agent is an obstruction of
told you.
justice!
We told you. Go. Stay back. Stay back. Sanctuary. Down. Surrounded.
Я ожидал всего от него, но только не звука. Вот это вот. Я все
Mr.
могу.
Morgan?
Он поломал его тотем, нахуй. Морган надела тотемы.
I cut my finger with that can opener this morning. I thought I stopped the bleeding, but it seeped through.
А, ему ж красное не
How
нравится.
could I be so stupid?
Понял, понял. Потому он боится. Все, теперь в перчатке она
Everything
сидит.
should be fine now. I'm sorry for being so careless. I made sure to read through your file and learn about your condition. The color red, such an unusual thing to fear. Please, accept my deepest apologies.
Почему я стримлю эту игру? Потому что я очень умный.
I don't know what I was
Я
thinking.
просто стараюсь быть не таким, как все.
I'll never touch one of your
После стрима я
sanctuaries
2 часа
ever
слушаю
again.
Линкин Парк, а потом ложусь спать.
And no more red either.
Don't ever touch one again. I told them not to. Why would they do that? Make them go away.
Какая песня Линкин Парк моя любимая?
No.
Это самый.
May we
New
return to our
Divide или этот
discussion?
This is my September. Так же она там называется, не помню как. Вроде September просто.
Strangely enough, this man has a fear of the color red, and I believe that fear is connected to the Greenville case.
Судоку не умею решать, будучи... Ебать, Шреддер в идеальном состоянии. Почему?
This is a very large shredder. Is there something you don't want people finding out about?
Good
Я
question.
только сейчас понял, что Морган похож на этого... На Рика, блядь, из Рика и Морти.
But we never know when some curious civil servants may come
Какого
and
хуя
sift
Абрахам
through our
пришел и не
trash,
пошутил об этом?
do we?
У него были все шансы. Я, блядь, опередил его на какой?
You're
На
already
20-й минуте
retired.
стрима? Или сколько он идет уже?
What are you so worried about?
Капаневс, привет.
It's just a simple habit from back when we were still on duty. Didn't they bang that into your head when you were up in Quantico? Some habits are hard to break, no matter
Потому что не
how
похож,
hard you
да?
try.
Ну, типа, у него лабораторный, типа, халат, ну, понял. Не халат, а именно такой. Ну, суки, а? Какие, блядь. Бляди, суки. Сейчас выключу стрим.
Could you tell me what exactly the word sanctuary means to you?
Sanctuaries are sanctuaries. Nothing more and nothing less.
Я просто представляю человека со
That
свечом.
doesn't explain
Знаете,
anything.
человек, блядь, вот со свечом такой, о, сейчас порублюсь,
Why
Deadly
do you
Premonition,
wish to know?
Just curious.
порешаю дела за
Bell.
детектива.
You're a
Пролог,
much
где
ruder
объясняется
person
все.
than you
Ну,
initially
часа
seemed
два
to
нахуй.
be. Don't you agree, my fairy? What do our sanctuaries have to do with the investigation? If you're out of questions, then how about just going home?
Hey, mind if I jump in here?
What is it, Simon? We hope you've got a real question for us.
Well,
Тут же не
actually,
просто так его
I'm
допрашивают, тут
also a little
информация
curious
какая-никакая
myself.
есть, то есть про все дела, про
No
то,
one's
что нашли
supposed to
тело,
touch any sanctuary, right?
That's what we
про
said.
его на мозге, проблемы с мозгом у него
What
4-й
about you,
степени,
though?
это самое.
You can't even touch them yourself? Are there any extenuating circumstances?
What are you getting?
Не-не-не, тут же информации много, не буду ничего
I
скипать,
mean,
зачем?
I doubt if any of this really matters, but
Тут произошло, что, ну, ты же огромный
if no
таймскип,
one can
получается.
touch the sanctuaries, then
И тут объясняешь, что было,
How do
какие
you
дела
prove
он решил, где он был за это время, что у него случилось. Надо же узнать, в конце концов. Мне же еще играть за него. Он же в трейлере был, блядь. Я же уже знаю, что мне придется за Моргана играть.
Mr. Morgan? I'd like to ask you some questions about this case now.
We don't want to remember that town.
I'm sorry, but there's no way around this. I remember hearing about this case on the news when I was still a student. A high school girl named Anna Graham was murdered, and the FBI stepped in to take over the case. I also remember it becoming a sprawled investigation due to evidence found in the victim's throat. Is that correct? After that case, you went on sick leave for 2 years, and when you returned, you requested to be switched over to desk work. What happened?
That's a private matter. None of your business, Bill.
Were you traumatized? It's a common problem with prolific agents such as yourself.
Мне звонят.
But there's another possibility that may make more sense. Perhaps you simply finished making preparations.
What are you getting?
Thinking too much about something will always turn it into a problem. The Greenvale case. Don't you think it resembles the Le Carré case?
Read the report.
Сори, размьютился. Нужно каждый раз нажимать Б.
We have nothing else to say.
Тут нельзя автоматический режим вроде включить диалогов. О, да, никакой кнопки не работает, ничего.
I just need one more push. One more thing that can summon up the past. A jar of honey with honeycomb inside it. There's nothing strange about it, but... Looks like another old antique. He collect... What's
Ну, часовня, наверное, да? То есть, вот это?
The silver clock in that trash pile. Is that an H5?
That's right. John Harrison's 5th chronometer. After many years, he completed it and presented it to the Board of Longitude in order to end their feud with him. That's only a replica, of course.
You like clocks?
Clocks are amazing. We took the invisible idea of time and manifested it in these.
Yeah, I love clocks too. Absolutely fascinating.
I disagree.
Oh? Why?
Time is valuable precisely because it can't be seen. Yet nowadays, people can't tell what time it is unless it's measured in numbers. Talk about idiocy. I don't mean to side with the Board of Longitude, but remember, humans used to cross oceans with the stars alone. We have our eyes to read moon charts and study the sky. We don't need clocks.
What if it's cloudy or storming?
All you need is courage and a love for adventure.
Hear that, my fairy? Courage and a love for adventure? Come on, Belle. Surely you know how many lives have been claimed by your pals' courage and adventure.
Hey, hold on a
На самом деле
second.
ни при чем, я не знаю, зачем написали, типа, тут же обсуждается
Board of
само
Longitude thing. What the heck is that?
понятие времени, да, то есть при чем тут вообще, блядь,
I mean,
смерть
I've
и
heard of it
всякое.
before. I'm an FBI analyst, remember? I just sort of can't remember it right now.
Окей, Саймон.
I'm telling the truth. Come on, Aaliyah, back me up here. Aaliyah?
Покажите
Mr.
ему
Morgan,
фотографию.
please look at this.
What did we just say? We don't want to remember Greenvale.
This isn't a photo from Greenvale. Look closely at it. Former Special Agent Francis Zach Morgan.
Это то самое дерево. Это то самое дерево, где играет музыка.
This photograph predates Greenvale. It's from the Le Carré case you worked on in 2005.
Red tree.
Yes, a red tree. Greenvale wasn't the first place you saw one of these. The Greenvale case and
Это
the
игра
Lee's
доказательство, что на
Clarkson
Unity
murder
можно делать.
case. They're connected.
Кто же,
by
ну,
these
эта
red
игра может
trees,
пободаться с
aren't
Тарковым,
they?
но... Что лучше, эта игрушка или Тарков, но?
Trees.
Прямо сейчас в чате
Answer
обсуждение.
me. What are these
Эпическая
trees?
битва, Deadly Premonition 2 versus Escape from
Red
Tarkov.
trees.
I want the truth. Tell me everything you know.
The red trees. You really did your homework. Well done, Belle. You're good. Damn good.
God damn.
Are you ready to talk now?
God damn.
I want to know what went down in Le Carré in 2005.
Привет, Саня.
We'll tell you. We'll tell you what happened in that town.
А, это игра приквел, я
It
понял.
was that red tree. That red
Получается,
tree
к первой
ruined
части.
my life. It was a sultry summer day. The sun comes down hard on you in the south, like a torrential downpour of demonic whispers. It all started back in that sweltering summer. We still had our best friend with us back then. The other me. My better half.
Box presents.
Never a choice. When somebody needs you, you can't turn away. You're their only lifeline, just a hero, a bullet for hire, working alone. Always a voice, a cry in the darkness, an echo of pain that's been long forgotten, but it haunts me, my destiny to be alone. There's a time when you see life for what it's gotta be. You should know they'll destroy you. A call to me to keep searching, walk alone.
Там сейчас на секунду вроде огромное пузо было на весь экран, да? Это говорит о многом. Это загрузка или... Я не понял.
Zach. Zach. Can you hear me, Zach? There you are, Zach. Sleeping again? Well, rise and shine. It's time for us to head back out into the chaos. Isn't that right, Zach?
Класс. Игрушка. Оу, Deadly, где... What the fuck? Не может быть. Даже Луизи... Опа, птичка принесла что-то, крючочек какой-то. Тем временем... Главный герой пьет кофе.
Zach, it looks like she wants us to join her for breakfast. Perhaps this town's finally starting to warm up to us.
Он типа со мной разговаривает, поняли? Я играю, с нами со всеми.
Look at that, Zach. She's welcoming us with open arms. She's even willing to share that tasty morsel with us. What an honor.
Я предлагаю съесть этого червячка.
Hurry up and chow down, mister. Unless you like your breakfast stale.
What an amazing place. I've been on top of the moon since the moment I got here. And the name of this wonderful town, Le Carré, sounds like French to me. But what does it mean?
Сейчас объясняю, что значит название Лакари.
I'm the chef, David. If you want to know about the town, you'd better ask the concierge. Only amateur chefs flap their gums about stuff that ain't food related.
Did you hear that, Zach? He's a true professional.
You say something, mister?
No, not to you. I was just talking to Zach.
Zach?
Please don't ask me about Zach. It's a private matter.
If you say so, still. Never thought the FBI would ever come out to a little old town like ours.
I do work for the FBI, but I didn't come here for an investigation. I just happened to stop by on my way to New Orleans.
Never thought there'd be a murder out here either. And it was a 16-year-old kid. Now I tell you, this country's seen better days. What you reckon, mister?
Zach, he's definitely a professional, but it seems like he's also a bit lonesome. That's good. Ambivalence exists everywhere.
Folks say the killer used an axe.
Он типа
Hell
смотрит
of an
на...
old-fashioned choice, if you ask me.
Все правильно сделали. Сначала хочется пострелять, походить, а потом заняться пиздежом. Так,
Actually,
ребята, не
Chef
рассказывайте,
David, if you
как
don't
делать
mind.
игры.
I'd like to ask you a few questions
Вы
about
кто?
the incident.
Вы что, игру... Вы сами сделайте игрушку,
Well, shoot.
а потом...
I ain't the one you ought to be asking.
Я вот
this
сейчас в свою игру, это моя
FBI.
игра, нахуй. Я ее
I
сделал.
only heard what I heard. But seeing as
Что
you
думаете,
fix
эту игру
and
никто не
grill me,
стримит, потому что это моя
I
игра.
can tell
нахуй.
you what I know.
Только я могу в ней играть.
Please do. I appreciate it.
Можно пораспрашивать. Где дом ее находится?
What do you know about the Clarkson's house?
Now, I ain't
Yes,
got
Sasha.
nothing bad to say, but I'm gonna talk straight to you. You best steer clear of that place. That family ain't just some gang. They folks with real power. Remnants of the good old boys who shaped America in the early days, especially the head of the family, P.J. Clarkson. And I'm sure he's on edge now with his granddaughter getting murdered and all. So don't go barging in with that shiny FBI badge of yours and think you'll be safe for nothing. Things are different down here. So if you plan on sticking around, you best remember that.
I see. I'll keep that in mind.
This summer's gonna be another hot one. It's supposed to get over 95 today. Watch out you don't go getting heat stroke.
The Lise Clarkson case needs us. Don't you think so, Zach? The cat people are what guided us to New Orleans. We should be thanking Malcolm McDowell. Once we get home, let's watch Blue Thunder again. I'm already looking forward to it. Aren't you, Zach? Zach, the searing light. These scents. It's the deep south. That was a fabulous breakfast. You're the world's greatest chef.
Wait, mister. You didn't take a single bite.
Well, the tea was to die for, but I'd prefer coffee next time. What would a morning be without coffee?
Поговорили, попиздели. Якуза по сравнению с этой игрой сосет хуйню. Сосет балебу. Ебать пролагало сейчас. Вернуться в свою комнату и посмотреть на материалы по делу. Я теперь наконец-то могу ходить во все стороны. Red Room. Это менюшка, да? Журнал мой, дата, инвентарь, понял. Инвентарь. Патроны есть. Аптечки, кола, сигареты. Понял, понял. У него та же анимация, как в первой части. Это поза его. Нарядился.
Son Rouge. We've been chasing it all over America. But I feel like we're finally on the verge of finding something now. Don't you, Zach?
Саундтрек
I think
ебейший.
it's about time we ordered a new briefcase. Yes, I know this one carries a lot of memories, but it's seen too much. This hole's from the shootout in Tucson. And this stain's from Miami. Miami. Now, that was a fascinating case. Billy, our perp, cut his own torso right in two, even with the help of the drugs. A feat like that still requires incredible mental fortitude. I was so impressed that I forgot I'd left my briefcase on the floor. Same floor his blood gushed out onto. I know, Zach, I know. Now isn't the time for a trip down memory lane. An
Понял, понял.
emergent drug that's been on the rise in 4 southern states. Personally, I think it originated right here in Louisiana. And these Clarksons
Я думал, у меня будет
murder must be
доска, а тут прям на
connected to
стену
it somehow.
навешивается.
The 16-year-old girl who was murdered. Her
Мгм.
body
Тут
was
надо
found
будет
beneath a
связывать эти
bridge
самые
over the
блики.
bayou, along with a strange altar. The powerful man who essentially controls the town of Lucare, and he seems to be more fearsome than your average gangster. I doubt he'll be willing to cooperate with any law enforcement.
Блять, я думал, мне это надо будет вручную делать, ну да ладно.
You know, I keep thinking about that movie we stopped to see on our way here, Zach. The Island, 2005, directed by Michael Bay. For a movie being shown at a cinema complex, it was surprisingly artistic. An experimental setting mixed with hard-hitting drama. It was art house sci-fi. That director's going to change the history of art house films. Are you following me here? This is another special film that's setting a new standard, just like Star Wars and Blade Runner did. This is a turning point, Zach. You may be witnessing the birth of a vital new word that will... Yes, this single
Тут
movie
видно,
may be
блядь,
responsible for creating a whole new genre.
Призма,
7
знаете,
years
автор
down the line.
произведения, вот тут вот тупо сейчас вот,
A
блядь.
genre known as island movies. I sure like the sound of that.
Ну, честно, знаете, я сделал игрушку вот, для Premonition, сам с собой попиздеть, чтобы кто играл в игрушку, послушал, что я хочу сказать. Там Майкл Бэй, охуенный директор, блин.
I'm very satisfied with the decorations and the size of this closet, Zach. And it's even got a security box. It's proof that we're still safely inside the fringes of modern civilization.
Сталиш Браун. Не, в черном обязательно. Здрасте. А кто пришел? Мне, кстати, открыто.
Hey there, chef. What's cooking?
И...
What are you talking about, sir? I'm the concierge, David.
А, он ролеплеит, я понял. Он типа одновременно и консьерж, и шеф, типа.
I just heard from our chef that you wish to learn the meaning behind our town's name.
Yes,
Он
I've
ларпит жестко.
gathered that lucare is
Я понял.
French, but does it have any special meaning?
Why, yes, sir, of course it does. A very clear, logical meaning. All names have meanings. Would you like to know what this one means?
Я ж только что спросил.
Yes, I would.
Jolly good, sir. Then allow me to explain.
Блядь.
Lucare means square in French.
Понял.
Ah. And
И здание, наверное, квадратное, потому...
That's it.
А, все.
that's it?
Yes,
Я так и знал.
that's it, sir. Do take a gander at the town map in the lobby if it fancies you.
Потому что город
It's
квадратный.
beautiful,
Не здание, а
valuable,
город, потому что
and
квадратный,
old.
потому...
I'm sure you'll understand once you see it. Now, please excuse me, sir.
Все ясно.
If you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to ask.
Did you see that, Zach? That was clearly David. Not a twin, not a split personality, just the work of a true professional. It's bizarre, but I can understand it. Remember what they say, the job makes the man.
The job makes the man. Что там был? Какой там сайт-квест был? Гигунокс назывался он. Я понял. Это что, туалет, да? Ну, побриться можно. Нормально все. Мне нравится, что кстати, тень нигде не отбрасывает. Это просто охуенно. А в тулбоксе что? Ну, в тулбоксе еще лежит эти самые. Кофе лежит, сигареты. И спальник. Антидот. Пусть лежит на всякий случай. Сохраниться можно, сохранюсь на всякий случай.
Do you feel that, Zach? Dozens of paintings no one will ever see. The faint scent of tobacco baked into these walls for over a century. Now that's what I call a hotel. Zach, can you see him? His fashion sense is beyond me, but he appears to be a gentleman. Perhaps we should talk to him.
С кем? С картиной поговорить? Или это просто зум на рандомную картину был? Понял, понял. А, это мужчина в картине? Я понял.
Nice tie. Did you buy it here?
It's been a long time since someone spoke to me. No one these days ever tries to see me.
They can see what's far in the distance, but are blind to what's in front of them. No. Maybe they're only pretending
типа
not to see.
Тейк от автора
That's what
видеоигрушки, что
civilized
никто не
society
ценит...
does to people.
Вот видите, видите? То, что никто в наше время не ценит искусство. Ну не пизди.
Since mankind
Ну ж не
got their
пизди,
hands
не
on
пизди,
civilization,
блядь.
they
Не
zoomed
пизди.
away at a frightening speed.
Zoomed away from what?
Катя, привет.
Don't be a fool. You know the answer.
Я же купил эту игру, я же ценю искусство, правильно?
As for me,
Люди на
just
свече
call
же
me
игру
who.
купили, они ценят искусство. Что это за тейки, сука?
Boonga. A title given to a leader in a certain religion. Is that what you are?
Сорі.
Do you comprehend the oracle?
The Oracle. Put on your religion hat, Zach. Here we go.
Fell 10 maidens in the shrine of hunger. Find the flying serpent in the ambiguous zero. Dance with the flying serpent, and you will glimpse the other world.
10 maidens and an ambiguous zero. Got it. But what do you mean by otherworld?
Follow the oracle.
Zach, did you hear all that? Looks like we've already taken our first step into chaos. But such is our duty. We need to accept the chaos, let it inside, then carefully dismantle it piece by piece. And after we've put all the pieces back into their rightful places, the truth will reveal itself.
Понял.
Let's capture the truth and present it with a shiny pair of silver bracelets, Zach.
Так, у меня на кнопку старт вроде. Check the old map of Lakar. Ага, понял. Здрасте, Влад. Можно купить, куплю снэк. Все что угодно. И $600 есть. Ладно, не важно. Что-то мне кажется, что это, знаете, вот эти вот картины слева, это типа концепт-арт. Я не знаю почему. Кто-то в туалете сидит.
Whether it's a restaurant or a hotel, the key to charming your customers is how you present your bathroom. I'm sure you feel the same way, don't you, Zach? Now This is the kind of bathroom a person can really get excited about. It might even trump the one we saw in that drug dealer's house in Austin. Remember? The art piece on display in there utilized the natural curves of human ribs in such a novel way. It was truly brilliant.
Ой, что там? Там застянуть, там, блядь, даже не туалеты. Видите это? Там какой-то киношный сет, что ли, или что? Это что, я в кино, получается? О, мне сюда.
Zach, this is Lucare. I think I'm finally starting to understand what our concierge was trying to say. You can tell this town was built by a very methodical person. No, wait. Maybe they just didn't care, and that's why it ended up this way. It's just another symbol of mankind's obsession with molding nature to fit our own rules.
Да, тут ты прав. Какой же базированный у этой игры автор, я просто в ахуе, блядь.
Zach, what did you think of Hungun's Oracle? Despite all the dramatic build-up, it's little more than a childish riddle. Heartwarming, really. Exactly the kind of feeling one gets from the good old-fashioned countryside.
Oracle Decrypt Start.
Now let's start by tracking down those 10 maidens. The Oracle gave us a place and an act. We need to go to the Shrine of Hunger and fell 10 maidens.
Shrine of
Now,
Hunger,
where in
это
this
значит
town can
ресторан?
one satiate their hunger? The hotel and where?
Вот.
And the 10 thing.
Diner and
Alexis's
Lane.
Diner and Lane. This is it, Zach. There are even pins and a bowling ball on the sign. I bet we'll be able to eat some Cajun cuisine and bowl there. Maybe even both at the same time. Nice job, Zach. I knew you'd be able to find it. Now for the other oracle. There's no flying serpent on this
Flying
map.
serpent.
Could it be a contrail or perhaps a dragon?
Может, это
First,
это
let's just
аэропорт?
figure out where we need to go. Do you know what the ambiguous zero represents?
Ambiguous
Zero is usually treated as a base number. But under what conditions would a base number be ambiguous?
Наверное,
The answer is
кладбище.
temperature, Zach. Yes. 0 degrees Fahrenheit is minus 17.7 degrees Celsius. And 0 degrees
Может,
Celsius
еда,
is
потому что еду
32
доставляет
degrees
холодная,
Fahrenheit.
или...
You'd be hard-pressed to find a more ambiguous zero than that. The question is, does our zero refer to Celsius or
Пусть будет
Fahrenheit?
Fire Station.
Very funny, Zach. Now, it's time
Нет?
to get serious. You already know the answer, don't you?
Окей, если не это, то...
The question is, does our zero refer to Celsius or Fahrenheit? Let's think for a moment. We're in Louisiana. Which measurement system do we use here in America?
Фаренгейт. Flying Serpent in the Ambiguous Zero. Блять. Неужели это мост?
Not quite. We
Нет?
need to find a place with a temperature of 0 degrees Fahrenheit or minus
Температуру с 0
17.7 degrees,
Фаренгейта.
and there's only one location here. Consider
Походу это самый. Блять, все-таки походу кладбище.
not quite.
Нет?
We need to find a, and there's only one considering the Clarkson Food
Понял.
Delivery Services cold storage warehouse.
Я так и знал.
That's got to be it.
Сука, так и
Even
знал.
with this blazing sun in the sky, they can easily
Первым
keep the
сказал это.
temperature below freezing. Be honest now,
Потому что
Zach.
еду доставляет... Я так и
You knew
сказал.
the answer from the very start,
Да,
didn't you?
да, да, я знал. Я знал игрушку, я знал. Я просто неправильно понял.
And how about that Hoongan? What a mysterious character. His oracles may end up determining how much time we spend in this town.
Sorry, boss, but this is a smoke-free hotel. If you're dying of smoke, head out the entrance and you'll find a smoking area in the rear parking lot.
Don't tell me. You're the
At your
bellboy.
service, boss.
Так, игра хорошая, пока что нравится.
Are you good friends with the concierge and the chef?
We work at the same place, yeah. But, I can't really say whether we're good friends with each other. We're all professionals, though. Nothing more, nothing less.
I believe we've struck gold here, Zach. It just screams deep south, actually. No, it doesn't. This is all his charm. So, if I want to smoke, I should go out the entrance and around to the
Yeah,
rear
no
parking
screws.
lot?
Bada bing, bada boom.
Okay. I'll play by your rules.
Все, нужно два места проверить. Боулинг и доставка еды. Это что нужно, чтобы дверь открыть, нужно прям к двери подходить к ручке конкретно. Тут, то есть нельзя нажать Б и надо прям к ручке подходить. Звук от шагов отстает, это правда? И может это у меня? А, не, ну и правда отстает.
Compared to
Три позы.
non-smokers, smokers have a 4.7 times greater chance of getting lung disease.
Окей, девушка. Девушка. Девочка.
You know that means it's more likely than getting asbestos poisoning?
The risk of death from lung cancer is actually much lower than what you think it is. In fact, it's tiny when compared to heart disease, strokes, and pneumonia. We're always surrounded by easy ways to die, you know. Some people even get randomly struck by lightning and die right there on the spot.
Then I reckon you also know that secondhand smokers have 1.3 times greater the risk compared to smokers?
Of course.
So you won't mind paying the damages when I die of lung disease? How about writing that in a contract for
Она
me?
имела в виду,
You got a
типа,
pen,
если не во
right?
рту ее держать. Или hand smokers, она имеет в виду hand rolled табак. Это она имела в виду.
I promise to protect you from all the evil in our world. Well, that's stupid. By the way, what's your name?
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, just call me York.
Спасибо,
That's
что
what
показал
everyone
в
calls
экран.
me.
Is something wrong with you? Adults ain't supposed to act like that. I only asked for your name so I can write it on the contract. You should have been able to figure that out if you're a real FBI agent like you said. Come on, sign here. Right here on the paper.
Just as I thought, Zach. This contract paper, it's a San Rouge
Пассивное курение,
wrapper.
это не оно.
San Rouge is here, too. This must mean that San Rouge is connected to the Lise Clarkson murder case somehow. This is a sprawling case that spread across the entire South. It's within our jurisdiction, Zach. We'll need to steal the right to investigate from the local authorities at once. By the way, miss, what's your name?
Patricia Woods. But I gotta write my name myself, or else it won't be a real signature.
Tell me, Patricia, does this town have a sheriff? Or is it under the jurisdiction of the nearest city police?
Perfect timing. Well, go on and steal it if you want it. I was just thinking about how this is way out of my daddy's league.
Thank you for the information, Patricia. Okay, Zach, it's time to get to work. How should we seize control from the sheriff this time?
Дать ему пизды надо, подожди. А, я... Подожди. Щеп.
Hey there. So, you're the fella from the FBI I've been hearing so much about. I'm Melvin. They call me the sheriff
Это
around
Мэвл.
here.
А бейджик он покажет? А, у него висит звезда.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan? But call me York if you can. That's what everyone calls me.
Huh? Well, all right. Mr. York. How's that sound?
Fine by me.
Дмитрий
I'm
Кусочек,
sure you
здравствуйте.
figured this out, but our town's a small one. Yeah, folks are already busy spreading gossip about how some FBI agents come to town. Now, I reckon you came from the city. What was it? D.C., L.A., or New York? Anywho,
Албания.
in the city, it's normal not to know who your neighbor is. Fella who moves in next to you could cook up a dozen folks in his backyard and no one would bat an eye. That's the city for you. Now, I never lived in one
Блядь,
myself,
у
but
шерифа
I visited him
пропорции,
a
как
few
у
times,
гражданского в
so I
постеле,
know
нахуй.
what it's like. All pigs must die in the city of wolves. Yeah! Now, does that sound badass or what? I bet you'd... Hey! I know, CLG. I'm just trying to make a little small talk, that's all.
Здрасте, Гримтейл.
Anywho,
Или к вам подошел сейчас.
around these parts, everyone knows each other's name. So lots of folks get leery when they see an étranger like you. And since it's my duty to protect the town, I thought I'd stop by and say hello.
Zach, it looks like this sheriff is quite the happy-go-lucky type. A clear indication of just how peaceful this town is. Melvin, about the Lise Clarkson case.
I knew you were here for that case. Can't put one past the FBI. So they even got eyes on the smallest of towns like us, huh? Our world is filled with information, and it's all within their grasp. FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
The Lise Clarkson case is connected to a
Знаете,
top-secret
тут
case.
ни
that
музыки,
we've-
ничего
know,
нету, то
I
есть
know.
ни эффектов, никаких звуков.
If you're
Просто вот
fixing to
диалог
take the
идет.
lead, then go right ahead. I'm just the humble sheriff of a tiny little town. My jobs are to stop my neighbors from beating the piss out of each other and listen to old folks complain. Honestly, this whole murder case has been weighing me down. So I'm gonna give you my full cooperation, Mr. Special Agent, sir.
Здрасте, Касфидлер.
Well, Zach, that was anticlimactic. I didn't even get to use my secret weapon. Melvin, there's a cold storage warehouse on the southern end of town, isn't there? I'd like to get permission to enter it.
Say what?
You want to see where the body's being kept, right?
Oh, I get it now. Lisa's body, yeah. Now, that's what I call a special agent. You already figured that much out. But, I'm not too sure that, going down there at this point is really gonna help much, you know?
Explain it yourself, Daddy.
That's incredible. I don't believe this. Amazing. Did you hear that, Zach? They put the body in a cold storage warehouse. This is fantastic. Insanely fantastic.
Really? Well, how about that? Well, all right then. I'll head on down to the warehouse ahead of you and make sure we get permission to search it.
Sounds good.
The management company only keeps the warehouse open
Ну так
during
ладно, я
certain
поеду перед
hours.
тобой, то
So
есть,
you'll
ну,
have to come during
точнее,
those
перед тобой для
hours.
того, чтобы
I
открыть.
ain't looking to create any further
В
disturbances.
скобочках пойду
So be on time.
перепрячу
Got it?
улики. Ну, знаете, такое, типа.
Come on, let's
Я
roll,
типа такой добрый
CLG.
шериф. Ага,
I'm
ну
gonna
сейчас
walk
пойду
home, Daddy.
перепрячу
I
нахуй.
still got another stop to make.
Oh, if you say so, sweetie. She's a real sharp one, as you can see, so I try to stay out of her way. Well, all right then, York. I'll see you at the warehouse.
Сука, тот факт, что он без... Блядь, тот факт, что он без звука ушел, это меня убило просто, блядь. У меня аж слюна пошла изо рта, нахуй. А что за крестики здесь нарисованы на радаре? Справа снизу. Мусорки, типа, можно мусорки лутать? А ну. Блядь, да что ж такое?
Hey, you.
Что?
You ain't secretly cutting kids up and sticking them into jars while you work as an FBI agent on the surface, are you?
Ты сама за мной идешь.
Or using your FBI connections to sell kids to child trafficking
Ты
organizations?
сама за мной идешь.
I've arrested people who've done both, but I've never engaged in either of those activities myself. Of course, I have imagined doing such things in order to learn more about the psychology of the criminals I deal with.
Это не обязательно
It was
делать.
just a joke. Why are you getting all serious? Don't tell me what you imagine, or else I'll get scared of you for real. Hey,
Зачем она завела за мной
can I come
разговор?
with you? You signed a contract with me, remember? And besides, I'm kind of worried about my
А,
dad.
контракт ты с ней
Do whatever
подписал.
you like. This is America, land of the free. But I have one condition.
What condition?
Don't ask me about Zach. It's a private matter. Zach, it feels like she's carrying something with her. Kind of reminds me of you back when we first met. I can't leave her alone like this. You feel the same way, don't you?
Да, детей нельзя самих оставлять. Красный это main квест, а желтое что-то было сайд-квест вроде. Ладно, давайте пороемся по мусоркам. Опа, high quality. Лут. Мне нравится, что Морган бежит, то есть на такой вот... Ну, типа, у него как-то скорость передвижения не соответствует бегу. Или мне, ну, вот кажется просто... А сколько тут? М12, М04. Что значит М12, М04? А, вот написано. Мне еще нужно прийти в 8, от 8 до 17:00 на М4. Пойду туда тогда. Поехали.
Melvin called you a strange name. CLG, I think. What exactly does that mean?
Clever little girl. That's what it stands for, at least. It's nice that he made up his own nickname for me and all, but it sounds kind of weird. I wish he'd call me something normal, like just Patricia or Patty, you know?
Patty? Now that name's got a ring to it. I like it. How about Zach and I call you Patty from here on out?
Do whatever you like. Weirdo. You're heading to the warehouse, right? You gonna go straight there?
Well, I'm not sure yet. I'll have to talk to Zach. We're also on a mission to fell 10 maidens, you see. I'm eager to visit Alexis's diner in Lane, but we've only... Hey, Zach, it looks like we were right on the money. Tracing the San Rouge distribution route led us right to Louisiana.
Вот лучше бы, кстати, весь сюжет был такой вот.
We've got a hot hand.
Погоди, чё?
Lady
Ну, стой.
Luck's given us far more favors than she
стой.
ever has before.
Почему они красным отмечаются? What the fuck?
By the way, Patty, what do you usually...
Лучше я не буду с ними. Я видел, она у меня украла это самый. У меня... Блять, у меня белка украла еду мою. Блять. О, красный шарик. Придумал, и вот чья хорошая идея была дать, блядь, детективу ФБР скейт.
So, what do you think of him? Yes, I'm talking about him. Boondock, is the skeletal gentleman friend or foe? Or does he merely exist outside the realms of either? Still too early to tell, but it's clear that he'll be the key to uncover.
Вот он. Кстати, меня, ну, полицейский мог подвести ради приличия, я думаю. Разве нет? Нахуй он заставил меня ехать на скейте с его дочерью? О, вот карта, кстати, журнал. Дата, я так понимаю, это сейв, да? А, это просто дата по айтемам. Пойду мусорку проверю. Let's go. FBI. Здравствуйте, я ФБР.
Mr. York, that was mighty quick. The special agent does it again. You sure don't waste any time. I bet my CLG's got a lot to learn from you.
То есть я не смущаюсь, что она со мной пришла. На место убийства, если что.
By the way, Mr. York, looks to me like you aren't packing anything.
I was on vacation in New Orleans before I happened to stop by here.
Well, shoot, that won't do. Here, I got something I think you'll like. I call him Mr. Alligator. It's a tranquilizer gun for the gators.
О,
And
рация.
here's a radio. With this, You won't have to worry about any expensive roaming fees. Might take you a while to get used to them, but you'll get it. Try letting them rip a few times. Ain't no need to hold back out here.
Хотелось ли игра сейчас залагала, нахуй? Киберднище, привет.
Now this is an intriguing weapon. For a tranquilizer gun, it really packs a punch, but I'm afraid I'll decline. After all, this town is peaceful, isn't it?
Well, sure it's peaceful. At least the humans are, but the animals are a different story. Remember what I named it? There are some real mean-ass gators out there in the swamps, and every now and then, they wander into town. One of them even went and ate a kid once. It happened a long time ago, but still, one chomp's all it takes. They swallow down every last bit of you. Poor kid's parents didn't even know what to put in his coffin. The worst part is, that taught the gators just how tasty we humans are. So now, those suckers just attack on sight. Man-eating crocodiles will feast tonight. In Blood Swamp!
You know he's fibbing, right? Gators don't attack folks. I never heard about no kid getting swallowed by a gator.
Actually, Patricia, you're wrong.
I'm what?
Alligators do attack people, and it could happen in any town.
Huh?
Alligator, 1980. Directed by Louis Teague. It takes place in the Midwest, I believe. A teenage girl's pet alligator gets flushed down the toilet.
Что?
Then, in the sewer, it feeds on the corpses of dogs that were used as test subjects for an experimental growth formula. After growing over 30 feet, it finally starts to go after humans. Yes, an extremely edifying movie. Back when I first saw it, I had a pet hamster.
Hey, Agent York. What's your first order of business? You're in charge now, remember?
Well said, Patricia. I nearly lost sight of my true goal. Melvin, I couldn't help but notice the name on the side of that truck. This facility is connected to the victim, isn't it?
Oh, right. I reckon I better start from there. I'm gonna tell it to you straight right from the beginning, Mr. York. As you guessed, this warehouse is run by the Clarksons. The victim's father, Danny Clarkson, is the one who manages the whole place. Okay, but why did he choose to store her body in his own warehouse, right? Well, that's because there ain't no other place to store it. Our town has a clinic inside a church, but no morgue. Whenever someone kicks the bucket, we just bury him in the graveyard right outside of town. But not this time. We got a murder on our hands this time. We need to give Lisa's body an autopsy and keep it stored, right? So we had no choice but to rent out a corner of this warehouse.
I see. So that's what led to the ingenious choice to store the victim's body in a facility that her family owns.
Anywho, this is where the real story begins. Truth is, a few days before you got here, Lisa's body went missing.
Missing?
Yeah. All of a sudden, poof.
Did you leave the warehouse unlocked?
I most certainly did not. I locked the whole place up and made sure no one could get inside.
Ну кто-то же зашел внутрь, украл тело.
No one stole the original key, and I couldn't find any fingerprints at the scene.
So, in other words, this is a locked room mystery.
The body of a beautiful young girl walks at mid... Hey! All right, CLG. Reckon I should have told you about this earlier when you first said you wanted to come here. It just didn't seem like the time or place as I remember. Anywho, how about we call it a day and head back to my office? You can go through all the files there.
No,
Нахуя?
thank you. This is what I came to investigate.
Всё
But
правильно.
Lisa's body isn't here anymore.
Ох.
That doesn't bother me one bit, Melvin.
Я воображу ее у себя в голове.
You see, I met a skeletal gentleman on my way here, and he was kind enough to give me an oracle.
Ну, знаете, чисто с картиной пообщался такой.
You holding up okay, CLG? You sure you don't want to wait outside?
Ooh, I'll be fine, Daddy. Just make sure you don't take your eyes off of him. He's so selfish and inconsiderate. I'm still not convinced he's actually a real FBI agent. Look, he's talking to himself again.
Zach, this is the ambiguous zero, the deep freeze.
Deep freeze.
Let's hurry up and find that flying serpent, shall we?
Упс. Упс. Хруст это в игре? Нет, это я ем сухарики.
God almighty. This place always gives me goosebumps, no matter how many times I come here.
Yes, it's quite the funhouse. Truly a dazzling place. Meet entertainment. That's the only way to describe it. Woven together by life, frozen in time, a visceral, musical.
Symphony. We eat all this in order to survive.
Yes, truly a symphony. Life and death resonating together.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Cool. Whoa now, CLG. Since when were you interested in this kind of stuff?
What are you so surprised for, Daddy? I'm more mature than you are. I've seen way more realistic corpses on CSI, you know.
Oh, man.
At first, Zach, I was shocked by the notion of storing a victim's body alongside food. But as I gaze upon this hanging garden, I realize it's just another scene of violent, depraved murder. Yes. All we need to do is change our point of view, and things will expose themselves in utterly new ways.
Сухарик в трусы уронил. О, господи. Кто хочет и вытянуть сухарик из моих трусов, ребята? Что же я буду делать теперь?
Melvin, I'd like to take this opportunity to ask you a personal question. In the hotel parking lot, when I first met you, the picture you had on your dashboard happened to catch my eye. Was that your wife?
Oh, her? Yeah, that's my lady, all right, Candy. Her name's Candy.
Oh.
The prettiest girl in town, which makes me the happiest boy. A shooting star landed in a...
You always keep her photo with you?
You bet I do. The truth
Она была
is,
на нем.
Candy's a little sick right now.
А, понял.
She can't even leave the house no more. So I always keep her photograph with me.
I see. You care for your wife a great deal, but this means that...
Yeah, that's right. My mama had me before she married Daddy. But it don't matter. He's still my real daddy to me.
А, понял.
Oh,
Понял. Это ее второй отец.
thank you,
получается.
CLG. And you're my pride and joy.
Well, Zach, isn't this a heartwarming scene? But there's one thing I just can't get out of my mind. Don't you think that photograph looked a bit too old? Perhaps Candy is already... No, let's not think about that. It might be a private matter, just like you, Zach.
Дизайн, конечно, ахуй. Ну, честно, вот... Как будто дизайнил я, блядь. Это вот ангар, нахуй. Если честно. Это вот я чисто в этом в Unreal открыл эту хуйню, которая бесплатно с Unreal идет, открыл коробки и просто коробок, блядь, накидал по ангару, нахуй. Ой, что нашел, надо. Tight place. Не понял ничего. Где, собственно, тело-то лежало хоть? Блять, дефолтная анимация, сука, из этого. Из Unity, где он пистолет держит, вот это вот, блять. Это что? О, возможно, вот здесь. Во, вот оно. Все, сейчас надо будет расследование вести, правильно?
Here we are, Zach. The morgue. They stored the victim's body in a cold storage warehouse operated by her family. I'd love to shake the hand of whoever came up with that one.
Hey, Agent York. Did you just come here to laugh at rural officers who are doing the best they can? We don't have any special facilities like you people. What else did you expect us to do, huh? Don't compare us with city folk. This is Lucare. Or maybe you're just disappointed that you didn't get to see the bloated, decomposing corpse of a young girl.
Sorry, you're right. I went a bit too far just now, but don't misunderstand. I honestly think it's a fantastic idea. I'd never try and bully your daddy.
Better not.
Thank you for understanding.
Блядь, нахуя не высвечивают этот квест апдейтед? Я что, не понял, что ли, по-вашему, блядь? Нихуя тут раз... У кого такие ноги огромные, блядь? Кто-то босоногим пришел, забрал. Я хочу это посмотреть.
Zach, these are human footprints, and they're extremely large.
41 размер.
Yes, Zach, I agree. These footprints must belong to someone who's used to walking around in cold temperatures. Zach, can you see that? Look closely.
Там дырки.
That's right. There are 4 imprints in the frost on the top.
Ебать, то есть вы хотите мне сказать, человек настолько огромный забрал ее, нахуй?
It's hard to believe, but I think these are fingerprints. Yes, Zach, that would lead one to believe that the body napper is a giant who's over 10 feet tall. Boxes that got left behind. I can't tell what's inside. What do you think, Zach? I'm gonna go with okra. I'm sure it must be okra. That's a staple of the South. An icicle. Never thought I'd see one of these down in the South. Look at the thermometer, Zach.
Сколько там? Минус 10?
It's at 10 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 12.2 degrees Celsius. This must not be the ambiguous 0. This frost is shaped like something we're very used to seeing. That's right, a body bag. Lisa's body must have been left here, but there are no signs that the bag was dragged away, so our criminal must possess monstrous strength.
Понял, судя по всему, я забрал какой-то огромный человек, бля. Дали $50 мне. Зарплату заплатили за то, что пришел.
Seems like our flying serpent isn't here. Is this everything, Melvin? There aren't any other rooms in this warehouse? No special rooms?
Well, there is the luxury foods warehouse.
Luxury foods?
Just thought you wanted to see where the body... I just thought you were only interested in warehouse number 2. Besides, it's underground, so it's even colder than this. You sure you really want to go down there? All life will. You feel me?
Let's head there at once. I'm sure that must be where we're meant to go.
But what about searching for
Потому
Lisa's
что
body?
тут 17 по Фаренгейту, а под
All
землей,
we
скорее
need to
всего,
do is
0.
find a 10-foot tall man with monstrous strength. That giant knows where she is.
10 foot tall?
But finding the flying serpent is more important right now.
Полицию, то есть,
Now
не смутило,
please,
что
guide me to the luxury foods warehouse at once.
труп очень
These luxury
важный
foods are
забрал.
most likely being used in local Cajun cuisine. I'm so excited to see what we'll find.
То есть, блядь, не смутило полицию, что забрал прям огромный мужик, нахуй. Труп.
All right.
Либо 3 карапуза, да, которые одним отпечатком ноги формируют один огромный, да, я правильно понимаю? Такая логика. По-твоему.
That elevator needs a key, Mr. York.
Do you have one?
Actually, no.
Какой роста? 165.
I didn't think you'd ever want to go down there. So I didn't bother to go and get one.
Дециметров.
Well, then would you go and get one now?
Yeah. COG, I know. Thing is, Mr. York, well, they don't too much like the police. And they sure as hell don't like them when they're my color. It was, real hard for me to get permission to open up this place for you to search through. So they ain't gonna be too happy if I go back to them now, asking for another key.
What should we do then?
Let's just find a worker here who can lower the elevator for us instead. All they need to do is take a break from their work for a couple minutes.
And what am I supposed to do? Just stand here and pretend like nothing's happening?
Yeah, you FBI folks are good at that, right? That's always what I see you doing on TV.
Человеческое тело в силах поднять? Смотря какое тело. И к чему это вообще? Нихуя не понял. Никогда, походу, под ганжой.
The elevator won't move without a key, Mr. York. Think you two can go and figure something out? I'll search around here and I believe in you. I know they didn't make you a special agent for nothing.
Вы предполагаете, что человек 10 футов ростом только потому, что он в силах перенести тело? Сука! Ты клуша нахуй, ну там же огромный отпечаток ноги был.
Better check back here as well, just to be on the safe side.
Никто, сука, стрим не смотрит. Все хотят только вот рассказать мне, как я не прав. Я бы его застрелил бы из пушки, нахуй, в этой игре, то есть имеется в виду. Не можешь большие сапоги надеть? Я не могу. Мне будет неудобно ходить. Там отпечатки голой ноги. И сапога. Он не смотрит, он реально не смотрит стрим. Это кобыла ебучая, реально стрим не смотрит. и кричит на меня еще. Я что, заслужил, что ли? Вы на меня кричали. Я все правильно сказал. А бог нельзя подвинуть? А, вот, можно пройти. Оп.
Zach, the human ability to adapt is a frightening thing.
Пиздец, чувак забит.
Some humans have the power to sleep anywhere as long as they set their minds to it.
Владвин, привет. Чувак забаррикадировался коробками и спит, блядь, на смене.
Now we should be able to operate the elevator. No need to worry. This facility no longer has a body to steal. What else do they have to lose? I feel bad for him, but it's for the sake of the investigation. I'll write...
Будут зомбики. Скорее всего, сейчас, когда я спущусь, скорее всего, будут зомбики.
Mr. York, did you find a key?
Либо же тут упор в детективную составляющую. Но мне вообще все равно, мне пока что нравится все.
You bet. Let's sally forth, Melvin.
Не сказать бы, что скучно.
Zach, look at that thermometer. 0 degrees Fahrenheit, or minus 17.7 degrees Celsius. This is the ambiguous zero.
Hey, Avery! Can't you hear me? Open the damn door, Avery! It ain't no use, Mr. York. Once Avery starts working on something, that's all he sees. He just tunes out everything else. We'll have to wait until he finishes and comes out to us, I reckon. Or we could come back tomorrow.
I disagree, Melvin. Time may be on our side, but that doesn't mean we should waste it. You gave me Mr. Alligator precisely for moments like these, didn't you?
Wait, Mr. York! Those tranquilizers may be non-lethal, but it's still dangerous to use them on humans.
Of course, Melvin. I never said I was going to shoot him.
You're gonna shoot some meat to get his attention. I'm right, ain't I?
Ой, блядь, не засейвился, все. Тут некоторые сейвы на A, потом на B, блядь.
This is Mr. York, an agent from the FBI.
Он реально... Погоди, это он такой большой?
Hi, Avery. I'm Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York.
York? You a smarty pants, huh?
He's shyer than he looks. Come on, just settle down, Avery. Tell him what this here place is for.
Lots of expensive food here. Yup. Mighty precious to the Clarksons, so I gotta guard it.
I see. So you're this area's keeper.
Oh, I help with the research too. I do like research.
Research?
Блядь, ну
What are
не
you
понял,
talking
голова
about,
это
Avery?
нахуй.
This doesn't look like a lab to me.
Oh, ain't no lab. It's a warehouse. Ain't no lab. Smarty pant scientist does the research. I ain't no smarty pants, you know?
He's a bit slow in the mind, but he ain't a bad guy. Oh. Your story about the giant who carried Lisa out. Don't tell me you think it's him. I mean, it's true that he's free to come and go as he pleases in this warehouse, but...
No, as far as I can tell, he's just a bit over 6'5". The one who moved Lisa's body must be at least 10 feet tall.
Потому
He's
что на
clearly
лампе.
too short.
Too short, huh?
То есть тот
Well,
чувак
if you
еще
ever happen
больше.
to find a man who makes him look small, I'd sure like to meet him.
Что за звук такой странный?
Lise.
Hey, cut it out!
Эй,
Lise? Why?
Avery, that's not Lise.
Not Lise?
This is Melvin's daughter, and my precious assistant. Unfortunately, Elise is no longer with us.
Lise! Lise! My fault! My fault!
I guess he's sort of like Lise, you know? See, the poor fella's got himself a childlike mind. You know how normal kids tease other kids in order to get attention? Well, with this big lug, sometimes folks who don't know him too well see something and end up calling the police. But I know that deep down, he's got a good heart. Hey, Mr. York, I'll keep him busy, but I'd appreciate it if you'd hurry this particular inspection along. Just holler at me if you find anything. I reckon that'll make it easier for you to go do your thing, yeah?
Melvin, I think you're finally starting to catch on.
Что такое? От этих, что ли, клешней?
There are torn off claws and legs scattered all over the ground. I doubt they'll fly anytime soon. I can't tell which ones are from crawfish and which parts are from shrimp. How about you, Zach?
Паста. Это что? Показалось. Пойду проверю крокодилов. А вот это что такое? А, вот оно.
Avery, this box looks special.
Clarkson food. For their home.
Melvin, is this the Clarksons' family crest?
Oh, the dragonfly? Yeah, that's the Clarksons' mark, all right. Ain't no big deal, though. You can find those all over town.
Is that so?
Well, yeah, they pretty much run all of this town's major industries. Yeah, I do believe they own just about
Во всем
everything there
виноваты
is. They got the
корпораты,
whole
видимо.
darn town tattooed with they're dragonflies. Can't even walk a few steps without seeing one.
Zach, this dragonfly is our flying serpent. The flying serpent owns this town. They're related to Lise Clarkson, and Odin's oracle pointed us toward their family crest. The Clarksons must be deeply intertwined with this case.
Да. Они, блядь, семья.
Melvin, Patricia, I think I've had enough of this frozen world. Let's head back out to that merciless sun.
Мне, если честно, не нравится тот факт, что со мной ходит компаньон, вот эта девочка.
What are you waiting for? I can't bear to spend another second down here.
Мне нравилось всегда одному ходить. Теперь с какой-то девочкой ходить, блядь.
Whew. So, what do we do now, Mr. York?
Zach and I will take things from here.
Then what should I do?
Tend to your sick wife? I don't know. I'll stop by the sheriff's office when I need your help again.
I suppose that's what I'll do then. But I am the sheriff of this town, so I do intend to get some work done. I know. How about I search for Lisa's body while you're busy?
Not a bad idea. Just be careful that you don't get attacked by a barefooted giant.
Hey, don't scare me like that. Why do you keep talking about that giant anyway? You really think some giant was responsible for all this?
Melvin, don't be silly. Of course I do. Just when I thought you were starting to catch on. Disappointing, to say the least.
But how can you be so sure?
Proof number one. The footprints that led up to where Lisa's body originally was were made with bare feet. None of the prints looked similar to those of common insulated boots, and the arches of the feet were visible. The person who carried out Lisa's body must have had very large feet. I'd say they were at least 16 inches. Proof number two. I found fingerprints on the cord of one of the hanging lights in the warehouse. The fingerprints weren't aimed up from below. They were coming directly from the side. Clearly, the giant moved the light because it was in his way. He pinched the cord with his fingers. Proof number three. There was nothing else found in the vicinity where Lisa's body was stored. This means the giant carried her out without dragging her across the floor. But there's only one set of footprints. The only conclusion I can draw from this evidence is that a barefooted giant, standing over 10 feet tall, carried Lisa's body out. That concludes the entirety of my proof.
But there ain't no way a human could ever be that tall.
Have you seen every human alive with your own eyes? Well then. You need to forget all your preconceived notions when embarking on an investigation. Whether you come face to face with a 10-foot giant or a skeletal gentleman, you always need to accept everything that comes to you with a clear mind. Do that, and eventually the truth will reveal itself to you. You're a smart kid, I'm sure you understand.
Well, I'll be damned! I'm sorry I ever doubted you. Mr. FBI Special Agent, sir. A sharp eye. I won't ever question you again. Heck, I'll do whatever you say.
That's it, Melvin. I'm glad you finally caught on. Okay, time to go, Patty. You know this town well, so I'd like you to accompany me from now on.
Patty?
Zach, we found the flying serpent. Now we simply need to locate the 10 maidens. It's time to head on to Alexis's diner and lane.
Все. Сколько? Километр? А там... О, эта машина выглядит так, как будто на ней можно поехать. Сука, она еще в воздухе висит. Вроде бы, да? Не-не-не. Я только на скейте могу кататься. Ебать. Женя, не пизди, это охуенная игрушка. Знаете, сколько тут всего интересного есть?
Did you notice it yet? The streets in New Orleans were a mess. All busted up and undergoing maintenance. The city was built on a swamp, so the ground is soft. All it takes is some heavy rain to cave it all in. There were also a lot of places where large tree roots were pushing up parts of the asphalt.
Блядь, еще деньги снимают за Мне деньги снимают за то, что врезаюсь в гражданских на скейте, блядь. Классное граффити. Шрифт очень знакомый на этом самом.
Patty, is something wrong?
I got something to say. When I first met you in the hotel parking lot, you mentioned Saint Rouge, right? If you want to find it, maybe you should track down Professor R.
Professor R.
Yeah. Professor R owns the jazz bar on the other side of the bayou.
How do you know that?
Because.
Because, huh? Interesting.
Comic Sans. Да какой нахуй? Comic Sans. Это не Comic Sans. Alexus, Old Nest. Alexus. Я разве не оставлял Шмемблер у тебя уже комментарий в профиль? Надо цену повышать нахуй, надо за 100 тысяч пунктов.
Ten maidens, Zach. Let's topple their hourglass figures and complete this oracle once and for all.
Бабуля
Oh
дала нам.
my lord. I don't believe I've seen you around here before. Sorry, honey, but you can't smoke in here. Since you're with Patricia, I'm guessing you're some friend of Melvin's.
He's Agent York from the FBI. This is Alexis, the owner of this restaurant. I'm helping out Agent York in his investigation. We signed a contract.
Oh my lord. Well, ain't that something?
Так смешно, что все цены in engine.
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York. Everyone's always called me that.
Oh my lord. Well, that's got to be the strangest introduction I've ever heard. No wonder everyone in town's been talking about you.
I want a chocolate sundae, but no cherries. I want 2 wafers instead. Don't put too many Rice Krispies on it. Oh, but don't scrimp on the chocolate syrup either.
Oh my lord. And what'll it be for you, honey?
Такие большие у агента Йорка, такие
Alexis,
большие
are these
нецелованные
photos
губы,
of the
знаете, о чем я
town?
говорю?
Oh, you like my pictures? My hobby's collecting snapshots of what our town used to be like. So whenever someone gives me an old picture, I just put it up here on display. Our world these days feels a bit cold to me, you know? Just thought it'd be nice to help folks remember what it was like in the good old days.
Zach, did you hear that?
The good old days. Even in a remote town that's already far behind the times, there are still people who yearn for the past.
She told me what was going on, you know.
What?
Lise, you don't need to try and hide it from me, honey. Last time she came here, she told me all about it. Some odd fella was following her around. Stalking her like.
О чем речь?
What kind of fellow?
She said he had a really tall shadow.
How tall?
As tall as an oak tree.
Did that ring any bells for you?
Sadly, it didn't. I know just about everyone in this here town, but I ain't never seen a man who stands that tall.
Я догадался.
Maybe it really was an oak tree, and she just mistook it for someone. Sometimes the silhouettes of them trees, with lots of Spanish moss hanging down, make me feel a little funny, too.
I don't think so, Alexis. Lise said the shadow was following her, correct? That means she must have been stalked by a man as tall as an oak tree. If she had only mistaken an oak tree for a person, she wouldn't have described it that way. She might have said,
It felt like a crowd of people was staring at me.
Yes, exactly. She certainly wouldn't have talked about being followed by someone. Thank you, Patty. Zach, this data is all very intriguing,
Data,
but it
блядь.
isn't the answer we're looking for.
Can
We
someone
came to
check
knock
this
down the
data?
10 maidens, remember?
Oh, yeah! Booyah! I got a turkey!
Truly mesmerizing, Zach. This is why I never tire of small-town investigations. Same goes for you, right?
Окружение прикольно сделано, на самом деле. Хоть такое минималистичное. Бабушка, конечно, сидит, ёб твою мать, блядь, сидит. Гляньте на нее.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Oh, howdy, stranger. My, you're a handsome one. You came out here from the city, didn't you? I can always spot you city folk from a mile away.
Это что бабушка вот прям максимально реалистично
I'm
выглядит, да,
FBI
у него?
Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Would you mind calling me York, ma'am?
Oh, so you are from the FBI.
Но они не моргают, нахуй, никто. Я бабушке в глаза уже минут 10 смотрю, она не моргнула ни разу.
Sophisticated. Well, my horoscope in the paper today told me I'd be meeting someone new. And those horoscopes never miss. They're the real deal. Well, one even predicted when I'd bowl my first perfect game. Oh, no. Oh, could you stand a bit closer to me? Whew, that was a close one.
Чё?
If you move any further that way, you'll cast a shadow over the lane. Well, the sheriff did that once, and something horrible happened. The next time I bowled, I got a gutter ball. First time in 12 years, I was mortified. And I am going to make sure nothing like that ever happens again.
Mm-hmm.
In our world, some routines lead to good things, while others only lead to the bad. So, you mustn't ever cast a shadow over the lane. Is that understood?
It's her routine, Zach. Understand? Just like us and coffee. Incidentally, ma'am, would you mind letting me use this lane too? I'm investigating the Lise Clarkson murder case. And I need to topple 10 maidens, no matter what it takes.
А, нужно
No,
страйк сбить. Я понял.
Absolutely not. Not even the FBI can take my lane from me. I haven't given it up once ever since my husband passed away over a decade ago.
Какого хуя?
I'll never break my promise to him.
Бабушка, вы арестованы.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Ебать у нее, конечно, шар, если честно. Интересно, сколько килограмм. Там же шары по килограмме. Внимание.
Ooh, you like that? That's what I'm talking about. Who's your mama?
Zach, it looks like negotiations have failed. Now I'm afraid we have no choice but to force her to let us use her bowling lane.
Я предлагаю застрелить
Yes, I
ее.
know. I won't do anything illegal.
Я предлагаю застрелить ее. А можем сделать дуэль? На одной линии. Можно ли? Но все равно линия одна. Бабушка, смотрите, стоит в позе из Dark Souls, а Well вот из первой части.
Excuse me, Mrs. Carpenter.
Stop! Not now. Can't you see I'm already in my bowling stance? What, are you blind?
А сейчас в позу Майка из этого... Из Соло встала.
Holy mother of bowling balls, let me pick up this split. Oh.
Мне показалось, или она сейчас пальцы засунула не там, где дырочки для пальцев были? Ой, блядь.
That stance, oh, always works on a split.
Zach, our new friend, appears to be a very superstitious lady. We should try and utilize this trait of hers in order to gain access to the lane for a bit. That was an amazing shot, Mrs. Carpenter. In fact, it may have been the most amazing shot I've ever seen. Speaking of which, where did you happen to find all those neat little items? The ones you used to help you bowl that split just now?
Ooh, you got a keen eye there, Mr. Special Agent. Taking a liking to my collection, have you?
Oh, yes.
I buy all my charms and power stones from Erzuli Frida.
Erzuli Frida.
Yes, it's a mystical establishment run by the Mirror.
The
Пиздец,
mirror.
бабулька, конечно.
If you're
То есть,
interested,
неужели
I can
сейчас...
mark it
О,
on
нет,
your
неужели мне
map
сейчас
for
нужно
you.
поехать, будет купить, блядь, какой-то шарм, принести, она даст мне поиграть в боулинг.
Zach, this is it. There must be a treasure trove of dubious trinkets on sale there. We
Понял.
may even be able to find something capable of changing her mind. It really feels like we're in the deep south now, doesn't it?
Играется лучше, чем на Твиче. Конечно, конечно. Очевидно, компьютер же, ебать. Бля. Ну, запомни, что сейвится на одну кнопку. Все. Вот. Компьютер выдает картинку жесткую. И FPS жесткий выдает. Не 144, конечно, как хотелось бы.
I thought you came here to bowl.
Ну,
Yes,
60
I
точно
did.
выдает.
Then why are you leaving? You gave up on trying to...
Иди нахуй, кобыла ебаная. Агент Йорк едет на скейте, ему поебать. Давай, давай. Ветерок дует в мою сторону, как в этом, как в Госту Цушима. Синктоп, здрасте. На проверить журнал. Ага. Приехал.
A voodoo shop. It's a voodoo shop.
Just looks like a dumb souvenir shop to me.
Of course it does, Patty. You're much too young to understand the true value of such a place.
Я ненавижу с ней шататься, блядь. Я ненавижу с ней таскаться, она меня бесит, блядь. Где же вот эти моменты, где ты сам ходишь, Ты там расследуешь... Ебать, пистолеты продаются, револьверы. А где ж на двери вот эта хуйня, когда заходишь, это самое?
It's just a bunch of charms. I'm allowed to watch TV and go on the internet, but I ain't allowed in here? My daddy makes no sense sometimes. You agree, right, Agent York? This is all just kid stuff.
Look at this, Zach. All the mysticism of the Deep South gathered up into one quaint little shop. This is 100 times more exciting than the FBI evidence vault. It's a vast treasure chest. So much to study, so much to learn.
Thou art a seeker, and I see the object of thy desire. Doth this be what thou seekest? I could sell it to thee now, and only now. Surely fortune shall not bless thee with another chance. Purchase this, and know that thy wishes shall be granted.
Понял, понял.
That's crazy. Even I
Damn,
can
that's
tell
crazy,
you're
man.
getting cheated, Agent York.
I disagree, Patty. This person can be trusted. I've been studying people for quite a while, so I can tell. That figurine is connected to our future.
My
For real.
price is true. What say thee?
Ах, это что? Сколько? Сколько он хочет из-за нее? Я просто вделаю... А, $30. Давай. Конечно, забирай.
I'll buy it.
Thou art a man of refined taste. I am loath to part with it, but 'twould be a fool's errand to keep it from such a keen-eyed soul.
What's wrong with you? No normal person would ever buy a piece of junk like that. Not even at a garage sale.
Marvelous, isn't it, Zach? What a treasure. I can't wait to use it.
Use it? Where?
Isn't it obvious, Patty? I'm going to put it in front of Mrs. Carpenter's house.
In front of her house?
Yes. I'm sure this figurine will stop her right in her tracks, and that'll give us a chance to finally topple the 10 maidens.
Are you serious?
Of course I am. And so is Zach. Aren't you?
I'm seriously wondering if I should quit helping you out with this.
Вечером надо, да? С 22:30 до 6:00. А сколько сейчас время?
Me alone. Verily.
Charms, погоди. Boost bullets, elemental effects, physical abilities. Эссенции, талисманы. А ну.
I can see thou
Whoa.
That was close.
Well, look at you, all standing there like you're expecting me to apologize. Huh, it's your fault for not paying attention. What?
Got a moment?
Can't say I do. I'm in a hurry here.
I won't take up too much of your time. I'd just like to ask you a few questions.
I said I'm in a hurry, Peckerwood. Now get out of my way.
Patty, Who was that?
Kalina Clarkson. PJ Clarkson's second daughter, and Lisa's mother.
Ну, семейка, блядь.
Zach, we've found ourselves a Clarkson.
No, she's not here. My dolly. She's not here. My dolly isn't here.
One of the key persons in this case just came out of the woodwork to meet us. Now things are really getting interesting. Isn't that right, Zach?
Чего, подожди? Это просто не озвучено или что? Она разговаривает блипами, как, блядь, в визуальной новелле. Ладно, пойду крокодила поставлю. Интересно, сколько вот эта загрузка, кстати, на свече, блядь, происходит. Так. 22:30, 6:00. Сколько сейчас? 9. Я не могу подождать там. Я посмотрю. Такой живой мир. О, это что там такое? Что летает там, блядь? А ну-ка. Охуенно. Тут типа та же тема музыкальная, но она типа разгоняется. Когда ты на скейтборде едешь. Жалко, что со скейтборда нельзя стрелять. Ладно.
Hey, Zach. No, nothing. Just felt like saying that.
Громодец. Наверное, да, она же на PC, правильно? И на этом, на Unity. На самом лучшем движке на земле. Опа. Кемпинг. Safe zone. Safety first. Чего, блядь?
Okay, Patty. I'm going to try asking you that.
Нет, спасибо. Лучше я подберу предмет. Вы видели, кто это? Охуеть. Это... Ой, блядь. Блин, на все кнопки, сука, жму. Потому что у меня же DualShock, а тут инпуты с этого, с бокса. Или со свеча, хуй его знает. Ну, у свеча поменяны кнопки, потому... Блять, тут еще выстрел производится, короче, когда ты... Не когда ты жмешь, да, эти самые? Блять. Это не кнопки со свеча, если что. На свече кнопки поменены местами. А и Б. И X и Y поменены местами. У меня есть Nintendo Switch. Сколько жму, не... свой вес, наверное. Точнее, больше чуть своего веса, 60 жму. Украл почту, нахуй. Ну, знаете, такой чисто. Охуенная текстура. Надо... Ебать.
Bad timing, Zach. We need to place the figurine in front of her house when she's home. Otherwise, it'll be useless. Let's come back.
Блять, вы оставляете меня... Я пойду проверю, нахуй. Сейчас будет бан выдаваться. Вы ебаные козлы. Я был прав. Я в очередной раз был прав, и мне никто не верит. Даже, сука, на Wii U у меня кнопки поменяны там. На БИ, а у меня Wii U рядом стоит. В Good Life... А что такое Good Life? Так, мне сюда пока не надо, да?
Bad timing, Zach. We need to place the figurine in front of her house when she's home. Let's come back later.
Еще одна игра Цвери? Нет. Пока не вижу, что это за игра, я не буду в нее играть. Мне сначала нужно посмотреть, что это за компьютерная игрушка. А что это желтая метка? Модов нету, потому что игра, ну, порт достаточно недавно вышел, то есть сколько, неделя этому порту или 2? Картона. Боулинг, йолинг, а что это желтое тогда? Просто чем, блядь, поехали туда. Играть никому не нужна, будем честны. Ну, ты у нас самый пиздливый сегодня. Вот и тебе же она нужна, наверное. Это все не какой 15 там, понял. Бля, даже дрифтить на скейте нельзя. Это что, дерьмо, подожди, или мне показал? Проб говно. Блядь, что ты... Барсик, блядь. Баря, Баря. Баря, Баря, Баря. На нахуй. На нахуй. Да, блядь. Ёбни нахуй. На. Сука. Пёс. Есть же в этой игрушке чем заняться, на. Собак пострелять. Ну, знаете, такой вот. Дима Сокельник бы заценил. Понравилась бы ему такая игрушка. В собак хуярить можно с пистолета резинового. Конферм, Б. Во. Он first aid. А прям полностью он отхиливает. Slowly pastime. А, понял, можно. Так, тут что-то есть, секунду. На вот этой зоне что-то есть. Waypoint reach. Погоди, это мой waypoint, я... Сука, это я waypoint поставил и пришел на него сам и думаю... Ладно, неважно. Просто, понимаете, waypoint ставится без звука. И непонятно, когда ставится waypoint. Как его удалить, блядь? Override. Erase. А, вон, все. Back. Все, поехали назад. Ебать, конечно, на углы заезжает хорошо скейтборд. Оп. Ебать, одинокий, конечно, какой-то город, нахуй, если честно. Парковочных мест даже под машиной нет. Машины просто стоят и все.
This is the deep south. I feel it every time that molten hot sun pours down on me. Don't you, Zach?
No! Зачем ты в меня врезался? No! Это что, бабушка в чулках сейчас была? А, это, походу, модель с этого, с скетчфаба какая-то. Я понял. Это что такое?
Looks like a case of bad timings. Let's come back later.
Тут гараж открыт, ну. Опа. Здрасте. Ты скейтер, походу можно скейт тебе захуярить крутой. Это, походу, потом будет. Так, где бабушкин дом? О. Во. Так, инвентарь. Yes. Видели, как дым сейчас заспавнился мне под головой? Блять, надо сигарет реально, походу, будет накупить. Нельзя просто подождать, надо курить. Не-не-не, куда, блядь? Не, в 22 или в 6 можно прийти сюда. Поехали, блядь. Что же было? А, понял. Вау, запрятан. Жесткие лутецкие раскидали здесь, чтобы мог его полутать жестко. Это магазин. Во. Это прямо как Legend of Zelda. Я не понимаю, нахуя они сделали эту игру open world. Я опять его видел, я опять увидел его. Я опять его увидел. Я его опять нашел. Ебать, машина там стоит с американским флагом. Что ж. Нужно купить сигареты и еды.
Zach, here's another perfect symbol of the human condition. Hunting trophies. And it's a buffalo hunting trophy. Now that's a surprise. I've seen several trophies made out of human skin, but never a buffalo's. Looking at him brings out this strange feeling from within me. Yes, the very same feeling I got when watching a certain film from 1984, directed by Peter Hyams, 2010. The last scene in that film filled me with such a sublime... It was filled with everything that was missing from the finale of 2001, A Space Odyssey. Just talking about it makes me want to watch it again. Let's watch it once we get home.
Я понимаю, разработчик данной видеоигры очень хочет быть Судой-51 от мира Resident Evil 4 или что-то такое, хуй его пойми. Рудбир, блядь. Маг. Это кто? Так, а где магазин тогда? Тут было написано, что, ну, картинка была нарисована. Food delivery. Owl's Nest. Где сигареты, блядь, найти? Это тоже чувак, только лысый. Из Мафия Сити.
What'll it be, honey?
Is this place a bowling alley?
Oh, my Lord, it says restaurant, right?
How do you explain that, then?
That's so the customers can bowl while they eat. If you want to bowl, honey, you'll have to ask Mrs. Carpenter, but if you just want to eat, then all you need to do is call my name. So, what do you...
No complaints here. No wonder you call this restaurant the best Louisiana's got to offer.
Oh, my Lord. It's nothing like that Creole food. And
Hold on just one moment, Alexis. I always thought that both Creole and Cajun food were staples of the South. Am I misunderstanding something?
Not at all, honey. Cajun and Creole food are both staples of the South. They both have roots in French cooking, of course. But Creole cooking just ain't my cup of tea. Sauces of France, mixed in. When you smush all that together, you can't. Cajun food is pure and solid. The Acadians who settled in Canada brought it. Then the British chased them off their land and they ran all the way down here. They walked straight across America, north to south. Finally, they found a safe haven, right? Woo! We got everything you'd ever want here. They used their knowledge of French cooking and added some spice and herbs.
Ну пиздец, ходячая Википедия, нахуй. Спасибо, да-да-да.
Interesting. Now I understand what you mean about the Cajun and Creole food being completely different, but I still insist that both are shining examples of delicious local food. Roots and history aren't that important, are they?
Oh my Lord, you don't get it, do you, honey? Lately, there are shops all over the place calling themselves Cajun, Creole, but all they serve is a hot mess of different ingredients, and the tourists ain't none the wiser. I just hate feeling
Я, блядь, даже представляю, как эта игра создалась. Чувак из Японии сел в самолет, полетел в Луизиану один раз, поел в ресторанах и такой, блядь, сейчас как замочу, сейчас еще фильмы добавлю свои любимые тоже, расскажу. Вот я прям представляю, как это было, нахуй. Так, вот тут мы будем продавать эту еду, но просто так мы ее продавать не будем. История, как бы, надо узнать историю данного блюда. Так, вот, значит, тут вот когда-то американцы пришли на французскую землю, такие, так, вот здесь будет Луизиана, а потом они от французского этого добавили в французскую кухню кое-что свое, перчинку свою, так называют. А пошла ты нахуй, кобыла ёбаная, блядь. Сука, а? Долбоёбка. Поехали на этот самый, на кладбище.
This town sure is peaceful, Zach. Yes, I know. I know what you're about to say. But that's why we're here. To protect this peace. Isn't that right, Zach?
Игру явно ребенок делал. На самом деле, если бы я делал свою первую игру, скорее всего, она вот так бы и выглядела вот здесь. Если бы, знаешь, вот эту модель Йорка можно было купить в Asset Store в Unreal, скорее всего, это была бы моя первая игра. Я бы накупил машин, домов, расставил бы там, поставил, блядь, контроллер. И это самое. И это была бы моя игрушка. Ну, задумка есть в игре, понятное дело, то есть... Удивлен, что деньги, сука, не сняли за то, что в машину попал. Видел карту, где от каждой точки надо ехать. Такое же было и в первой части, там на машине ты катался. Но... Там был такой псевдолинейный этот самый, тут больше упор, я так понимаю, на open world, блядь, лутание всяких зверей, блядь. Я не знаю, вот кто-то, блядь, из геймдизайнеров подумал, что вот это вот хорошая идея будет. Я не знаю почему, но... Ну пускай, чё. Бля, чуть не врезался в него. Там инвейдер из мультиплеерной заспавнился. Как вы думаете, вот впереди невидимая стена будет или нет? Вот здесь? Я думаю, да. Нет? Мы поехали за текстурой. Я быстрее, наверное, застряну, чем, блядь, выйду. Видно, что браши, сука, стоят невидимые здесь. Он, сука, эти невидимые коллайдеры, он, блядь, вручную расставлен углами. Тут некоторые, типа, углы больше, а некоторые меньше. Тут не огромная стена одна невидимая, тут вручную расставлены коллайдеры. Вот видите? Это либо кусты такие, да, это, скорее всего, кусты такие. Я понял. Если думаешь, Твери сам это не мог придумать, ну, думаю, мог. Не будем этого отрицать. Я ж не могу ему в голову влезть, правильно? Он же делал игру для свитча, там, скорее всего, какие-то требования есть, правильно, у инвесторов или что-нибудь такое, чтобы продавалось. Наверное, сказали, типа, вот надо... Да иди ты нахуй. Нужно это самое, осовременить как-то игру. Он такой, ладно, надо добавить, чтобы можно было с побелком стрелять. Так, и что на кладбище у нас? Нихуя. Стоит мужик один, блядь, посреди кладбища. Льюис.
Excuse me, but what are you doing?
Searching.
What are you searching for?
Это пауза, блядь.
Unknown.
You don't know. Interesting. Zach, this man is the perfect symbol of the human race. We all live out our lives searching for things, yet no one knows what they're actually searching for. That's what it means to be human. Don't you agree, Zach? I feel like that simple declaration of his just awakened us to something.
Yep, that's deep. И он задиспаунился. Да уж, это было глубоко. Видели, кто это был? $12:44 все еще. Время. Мне нужно еще весь день чем-то заниматься. Сейчас. Хорошо, сейчас. А ты есть какой-то... Как он там называется? Блять, как он называется? Где показаны все иконки, что эти иконки значат? Я не помню. Там какое-то название. История вроде она называется. Или как-то так. А в отеле можно поспать? Ты ебаный в рот, сейчас. Легенда, легенда. Это был, да, мафия-босс. Waypoint Б. Не заменяли хоть бы кнопки, сука, ради приличия. С Б на А и А на Б. Понятное дело, Б это вместо А на свече. Ну, блядь. ради приличия можно было бы для американских игроков-то и всех остальных. Вот он кто-то стоит.
What do you want, Peckerwood?
Типа фишка, так это фишка или так, или просто не озвучили? Мне кажется, это не озвучили. Понял, она хочет, чтобы я нашел и куклу, короче. Понял, сайд-квест. Время экшена. Время экшена. Время экшена. Я, сука, все кнопки жму, я не понял, что происходит еще. О.
Hey, Zach. No, nothing. Just felt like saying that.
Тебе просто не понять эту игру, Женя. Тебе не понять все величие этой видеоигры. Тебе еще нужно подрасти, чтобы понять. Блять, какая моя комната, кстати? Моя комната разве не 201?
Hello there, mister. Just you remember now. So give...
Зачем ты тут стоишь? А, во, нашел. Давайте поменяем стиль на следующий день. На ночную вылазку предлагаю. Можно почистить свой костюм. Драйклин, давай.
King size, made in France. It looks soft enough to alleviate all our exhaustion. Zach, even though the Bureau is paying for this, it's still tiring to have to live out of hotel rooms day after day. Nothing beats getting a good night's sleep in your own room.
Привет, Мабалусус. Wake up time 22:56. Все, проснулся ночью. Ну, в принципе... Ебать! Я за отель $150 плачу? Охуеть. Разве только что Йорк не сказал, что этот бюро платит за эту хуйню? Не фонарик, как в Сайлике. Поехали. А ночью музыки нету. Все, буду. I'm giving you a night call to tell you how I feel. Логика вот просто охуевшая, знаете, мне нужно поставить перед ее домом фигурку, чтобы Патриция это не вышла из дома. Но я условно ночью не могу пойти поиграть в боулинг. Или когда она просто пойдет домой. Я не могу просто пойти поиграть в боулинг, когда ее нету. То есть мне обязательно нужно фигурку поставить перед ее домом. Ну это гениально, блин.
Yes. Perfect.
Oh, my dear lost lamb. What are you doing there?
Oh, this? This is all part of the Lise Clarkson murder investigation.
Something important, hmm?
Oh, yes. Very important. I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please call me York. That's what everyone calls me. But what should I call you?
I'm Tyrone Sanders, pastor of the Lucare Evangelical Church.
Mm-hmm. And what business does a pastor like yourself have in a place like this?
Well, I live over across the way there.
Do you have an intimate relationship with Mrs. Carpenter?
What? Why in the world would you suggest such a pitiful thing? Lordy, lordy. How could I ever become intimate with one who is so devoid of faith? After she lost her husband, she stopped coming to church. All she does all day is bowl. She even pruned the shrubbery in that pitiful fashion. Yes, truly pitiful. And did you see that hideous ox of a dog she owns? Pitiful with a capital P.
Первую часть
I
играл,
tried
хорошая,
speaking
понравилась.
with her, but she shows no intention of changing her ways. Yes, I fear she never lends an ear when the good Lord
От этой
reaches
части
out to
я
her.
пока вайба первой части не ловлю. Вот этого
I
типа
pity
там
her from the bottom of
очень
my
странных дел, что еще там есть. True Detective, или как там вот эта вся тема. Я ни разу это не смотрел, но
So you've been
вайб
spying
примерно
on
могу
her
прикинуть.
out of pity?
Примерно могу прикинуть.
I'm
Ну, где
merely
преобладающий
awaiting
красный
the
просто.
chance
Вот
to lend her a
тут что-то
helping
красного
hand.
нихуя нету.
You best be careful, too. This town harbors much more danger than you're aware of. If you ever find yourself in need of salvation, feel free to stop
Эта игра
by
больше
our
походит на то,
church
что это самое, ну, чисто вот,
Our church also
как будто сюда, вот можно любого персонажа в эту игру добавить,
may need our help.
и ничего не изменится.
Zach, did you hear
Вместо Йорка.
Pitiful. Try saying that to someone in the city. They'd instantly slap you with slander or defamation charges. You'd be up to your neck in court papers. I doubt I'll tire of this town anytime soon.
We should consider stopping by that church whenever we get a chance.
Все, можно идти в боулинг. Поехали. Так, давай, блядь, уже. Passing time. Try sleeping in the bed. Camping outside or smoking to pass... Можно еще кемп... А, у меня же этот мешок есть вроде. Спальный. Он напевает этот самый Life is Beautiful. Напевает.
This is the deep south. I feel it every time that molten
Hot jazz.
Looks like a case of bad. Let's come back.
Когда открывается оно? Мне это уже Шинму начинает напоминать, блядь. Тут есть вывеска? Ибо две одинаковые женщины стоят. Здрасте. Вижу, где можно покемперить, походу. Ну-ка, погнали, покемперим. Можно покемперить здесь. А ну-ка. Так. Раз. Как в Спанч Бобе, знаете, помните там серия, где нужно было рисовать круг, нахуй? Ви, блядь. А ну. Slowly pass time, normally. Тут еще сигареты разные есть. Давай одни возьму. Use this to camp outside. Заберу 2. Ночуем. Wake up, давай в 10. Ух, ебать, на улице поспал, нахуй.
Zach, how about we grab a bite to eat? Not even...
Поем потом. Поем прям тут. В этой женщине, мой любимый, пусть она мне расскажет историю еды. Лор еды. Пусть расскажет мне. Да тормози, Галилей, блядь. О, открыто.
Sorry for the wait, Patty.
Она тут ждала меня всю ночь.
Is Mrs. Carpenter here?
No, she hasn't come in today.
Everything's going according to plan. It's time to knock down the 10 maidens, Zach.
Сейчас пойду поем сначала. Я хочу кушать.
Oh my lord, y'all are back? Listen up, y'all ain't gonna believe this.
What's wrong?
Mrs. Carpenter hasn't come in.
Ну,
For
потому что
the
я заплатил
first time
бомбу.
in 10 years.
Я
What could it be?
Бомбочку
I just
заплатил
hope
под домом у
nothing bad
нее.
happened to her.
Я заплатил бомбочку у нее под машиной.
She's
Поэтому она
fine.
не пришла.
You have my guarantee.
Oh my lord.
Че, мы
I
расследуем? Мои
reckon
яйца
if an
расследуем.
FBI agent like you is convinced, then
What did I tell you, Patty? Value is a relative thing. We needed to find that figurine, no matter the cost.
Здравствуйте, Александр Эриданки. Я хочу покушать перед тем, как я в боулинг поиграю.
what'll it be, honey?
Вот так, ордер.
Oh, coming right up, honey.
Так, что-нибудь вкусное можно? Chocolate Sunday. duck fried with veggies. Duck fried with veggies. Жареная утка с овощами. Я покушал.
Come back.
Яху! Чё ж ты не расскажешь мне нахуй про еду, блядь? Let's go.
You really wanted to bowl that bad? They don't have bowling alleys in the city no more?
Wrong, Patty. I have absolutely no interest in bowling. Tossing a heavy ball at lined up pins? Where's the fun in that? You can't even call this a sport. It's a game for cavemen. Nonsense.
Then can I throw the ball instead?
Никто не показывайте Йорку метание ядра, блядь. Он охуеет.
I need to do this myself, no matter how stupid it may be.
You're the one who's stupid. Sure looks like you're having fun to me.
О, можно выбрать даже это самый вес. Давай 10. Блять. Что ж, ожидаемо. Но мне страйк надо ебануть. Да. Давай тогда потяжелее. 16 и точно так же. Наверное, просто из-за того, что он легкий был. И чуть-чуть левее ебану. Вот так. На!
Looks like I finally earned myself a rival.
Ходил? Да, в реальной жизни ходил.
That was just a stroke of luck, Mrs. Carpenter. Despite how I may seem, I've never been any good at any of the ball-based sports that exist here on our planet.
Oh, no. You can't fool me. I can tell the FBI's giving you very special training. If I gave you a few lessons on top of that, I'm sure you'd be able to go semi-pro.
Semi-pro?
That's right. That's what I said.
Not pro, but semi-pro.
Yes. You'd never be able to go pro. You don't have what it takes. You could become a semi-pro. Well, I guarantee it. Come back and see me when you feel like giving it a try. I'm sure my husband would forgive me if I let someone like you borrow my lane. Well, we gotta give youngsters a chance to grow.
I could actually go semi-pro?
I'd take her words with a grain of salt if I were you.
Patricia, I can understand why you'd be envious of my talents, but you don't need to worry. You have your own unique talents, just like any other person. You shouldn't have to feel inferior every time you look at me.
You're unbelievable. You sure you don't need to get your head checked out?
It's so strange, Zach. I feel like I'm discovering a new side to myself.
By the way, Mr. Special Agent, you said you're investigating in that case, that poor girl Lise, and she was into the really
red powder.
Oh, no wonder the FBI picked you. Well, the reason Lise turned into such a little hoodlum is because of her mother, Galena.
Galena?
Mm-hmm. Oh, dressing up in fancy clothes, always out on the town somewhere. Children giving birth to children. If these aren't the end times, well, I don't know what is. Oh, and they were always cooped up in that jazz bar. Galena wouldn't know proper parenting if it hit her in the tush.
Zach, the jazz bar. We first heard about it from Patricia. It must be deeply connected with this case and the red powder. It must be San Rouge. Following the Oracle and felling the 10 maidens sure paid off, didn't it?
So, Mr. Special Agent, are you all finished here?
Yes, Mrs. Carpenter. Thanks to you, I've gotten a new lead.
Oh, then Then how about you mosey on and let me get back to my bowling? I need to bowl my first game of the day or else I'm gonna get rusty. Well, what are you waiting for? Get a move on, shoo, shit!
Блядь, душная бабушка, блядь.
When the sun awakens, catch the tip of the baby bear's tail at the force altar. And the entrance to the other world will reveal itself to you.
Zach, it's another oracle. It appears that we're being guided by a mysterious power.
Невероятно.
This oracle is a simple one. The false altar. You already know what this is, right? The place where Lise Clarkson's body was first discovered. She was found under a bridge at some sort of altar as if she was being worshipped. That's what Chef David said, right?
Под мостом, значит, вот который снизу. А, тут
When the sun awakens refers to dawn, of course, and the tip of the baby bear's tail is the North Star. At dawn, look straight to the north from where Lisa's body was found.
Это он пародирует.
On the surface, this oracle may seem tricky and convoluted, but it's still mere child's play. Pathetic.
Охуенно, я просто А нажал. Там хоть давали угадывать, сейчас вообще не, блядь.
Zach, let's follow the oracle and head to where Lisa's body was
Sorry,
found.
нажал Б.
I don't know what other world refers to, but I'm sure we'll find out once we get there.
Oracle?
That's right, Patty. This case is a rather complicated one, so Zach and I are following oracles given to us by a skeletal gentleman in order to crack it.
От 6 до 8. Прийти надо. Ну, мне же еще в джаз-бар надо сходить, нет? Да-да-да. А, не, уже не надо. В смысле, она ж только... What the fuck? То есть бабушка же мне сказала там, ну...
This is Lucare Tiger. Do you read me? Over. Lucare Tiger. To DC Eagle. Do you copy?
It's Daddy. Hurry up and answer.
This is DC Eagle. I read you loud and clear. Over.
Oh, good. Mr. York. I'm sure glad you picked up.
There's no point in using code names if he's just going to say my real name.
Mr. York, can you hear me? Hey, Mr. York. Oh, right. Over.
DC Eagle to Lucare Tiger. Is something wrong? Over.
Mr. York, I got something I need to tell you ASAP. Just sit tight and listen, okay? Over.
Roger, Wilco. Go right ahead. Over.
I just happened to overhear some of the Clarksons talking on another channel. Apparently, Lisa's mother's been missing since early this morning.
Я ее видел у церкви.
I reckon it might be related to the case, so I wanted to let you in on it right away. Oh, over.
Lisa's mother. You're referring to Galena, the social butterfly? Over.
Another special agent slam dunk. So, you already did a little research on her, huh? That's right. The one who's gone missing is the younger of the Clarkson sisters, and our town's queen of the night. No one can slip one past me, because I'm the ultimate FBI agent. Francis York Morgan! My proverbial hat goes off to your investigative skills, sir. Anywho, Galena used to be an actress, and she's also real pretty in the face. Draws attention wherever she goes. If you happen to spot her while you're investigating, would you let me know? Oh yeah, over. Wait, hey, Mr. York, say we cut this out, huh? Over this, over that. It all seems kind of overblown. Besides, I reckon we're the only ones listening to this. No need to be so stiff, right?
Yes, Melvin, I agree. There's no need for us to cling to formalities.
Glad to hear it. I ain't never been too good with formalities. You feel me?
Ты купил эту? Да, я купил эту игру.
If I hear any more news, I'll be sure to let you know. Good luck out there.
Я приобрел эту игру. На свой Steam аккаунт.
Daddy's such a goofball.
Patty, do you think Galena is really as beautiful as people say?
I don't know, I guess. Men just seem to like women like her for some reason.
Who's more beautiful, Galena or your mother?
What?
Candy Woods. Your mother. Melvin said she was the prettiest girl in town.
How should I know? That's a stupid question.
Why is it stupid?
My mom is sick.
Zach, that was a bad move. We stepped right into a private matter without any shoes on. But these things are bound to happen. After all, I'm a special agent of the FBI. And there isn't an organization out there that's more well-versed in the art of infringing on people's privacy.
Йо, мама. Здравствуйте, Бёрдей Кейков. 6 до 8 на Discovery сайт, понял.
This town sure is peaceful, Zach. Yes, I know. I know what you're about to say. But that's why we're here. To protect this peace. Isn't that right, Zach?
Это синяя, ну-ка. Rare kill.
Hey, Zach, it looks like we were right on the money. Tracing the San Rouge distribution route led us right to Louisiana. You know what that means. We've got a hot hand, and Lady Luck's given us far more favor than she ever has before. We just happened to hear news about Lisa's murder while sitting in a bar during...
О, там крокодил опять. О, а ну-ка. Типа отсылка или что, или просто она тут стоит. Мне кажется, оно потом будет как-то на сюжет влиять.
Zach, we're heading toward the Mississippi River, and crossing that river isn't going to help us solve this case. Let's head back into town.
Красное дерево от Михаила Краснодеревщик. Нихуя себе. Да, уж жестко, да, его уработал? Согласитесь. Здрасте, Рамзес. Оно растет на моих яйцах.
Look, let's come back late.
Понял. Сейчас посплю в кустах, а ну-ка чё. До скольки там надо? До 7, короче, надо. Шесть 42. О.
Zach, I can't go on.
А, нужно покушать. Сейчас у меня вроде есть, да, еда? О.
This is how it has to be.
Why did the perpetrator decide to enshrine Lisa's body here? Remember this, Zach? Stone skipping. We did it all the time when we were kids. For some reason, I could never beat you. But I feel like I've got what it takes to win now. What do you say? Shall we take a trip down memory lane?
Сигареты можно выиграть. Ну-ка, ну-ка.
Not bad, Zach. That was just as fun as when we were kids. Hey, what's that? No wonder the word Mississippi means father of waters. It has the power to carry boats down the tiniest of tributaries. It's one of the prime symbols of America's majesty and the vitality of the human race. Now about that boat. What sort of cargo would give it such a deep draft? What else do you see, Zach? I saw it clearly, if only for a second. The dragonfly crest. This town never wants to stop reminding us about the Clarksons.
Так, надо еще раз сыграть. Я хочу, блять, отключил случайный контроллер. О, хочу еще раз сыграть, выиграть сигареты. Я больше не могу. Одиннадцать. Давай еще разок. Я немного не понял, как оно работает. Вот оно просто падает и все. Ладно, буду внимательный, буду внимательный. Red Beavet, no sound. А, зачки, ух, нихуя тут булыжник, блядь. А ну давай. Вот дальше нельзя. То есть он просто, ну, не долетает столько, сколько я жму. Это очень странно. О, 14, нихуя. А, за кул дают, я понял. За кул дают 800 ПТС. Надо сильнее стараться. И он выиграл себе какую-то хуйню. Талисман выиграл. Ну, давай попробуем еще разок. Я думал, кул хуже, чем гуд. Чем больше я играю, то есть тем больше я забираю призов или что? Я не понимаю. Накапливаются очки получены. Я буквально то же самое сказал, нет? Я сказал, чем больше я играю, тем больше призов я выиграю. В этом был вопрос. Хочу рекорд побить свой. Блять, один раз промазываешь и все. Он сразу валится. Почему я только 12 могу? Было же 16. Да, от камня зависит, но типа там чем больше ты тем сбавляешь, нужно прям, чтобы все эти самые были. Чтобы все у тебя были либо cool, либо good. Такое. Значения вот эти вот. Вот видишь, я один раз не выбился, пизда. С маленьким резин слипер, он конвертируется в общее, потому что это прикол. Его надо отдельно выбирать. Или он конвертируется все равно. Я все призы выиграю. Я выиграю все призы и выключу. И завтра продолжу. Если он конвертит, то ладно, похуй, я потом удалю его. Да, Макс, что такое? А, за бет вообще ничего не дают. Я понял тебя. Oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Крутая песня же, чё вы. Как раз недавно анонсили, что будет на консоли Oh, the misery. На Xbox. Можно будет за всех персонажей поиграть, если у тебя есть Game Pass. Можно поиграть за Oh, the misery. Блять, почти. Мне кажется, можно на тот берег перебросить ее. Почему-то. Даже почти получалось, нет? Вот. Я почти все выиграл. Осталось 30-очку еще и все. 10 тысяч осталось. Мне если пару раз по 16 кинуть. 1000. У меня еще боулинг остался, если что. Гарфик, привет. Да, я сказал, что выбью и пойду отдыхать. Ты сейчас не отдыхаешь? Ну как сказать? Отдыхаю, да, но... Клонит спать немного, вот что хочу сказать. Мне также хочется перекинуть ее на тот берег. И когда камень еще летит, она это самое, блядь, лагает немного. Вот видели сейчас? Сучара, блядь. Здравствуйте, Кобзон. Еще чуть-чуть осталось. Блин, тут еще нельзя выбирать, куда кидать. Мне кажется, если больше 16, то можно все-таки на берег выкинуть. Только нужен специфический камень и должно повести жестко. Еще последний бросок вот сейчас будет. Последний бросок, let's go. Ну, сука, лагает. Когда камень кидаю. Там про фриз. Все, я все эти выиграл. Все награды я выиграл. $100 получил еще за бросание камня. Видели это сейчас? О. Я благодаря камере видел внутренности своей головы вроде. Единственное место, где можно кидать камни, я не уверен. Мне нужно место, где я могу засейвиться. Там было написано Stage 1. Серьезно? Значит, не одно, скорее всего.
Zach, you're a coffee person, right? No sugar, only milk. Yes, I'm completely with you on that one. Hey, Zach. No, nothing. Just felt like saying that.
Телефон. Сохранюсь и завтра продолжу. Две одинаковые женщины опять. Это жестко. Все, выхожу. Я сохранился. Выключаю нахуй этот контроллер. Все, ребята, всем спасибо, что пришли. Завтра я продолжу. Довольно прикольно, на самом деле, не учитывая тот факт, что такая скафт видеоигра, на самом деле, но довольно крутая. Довольно крутая игрушка. Завтра продолжу играть. Нормальные игры никогда. Теперь только это самый. Только Deadly Premonition. Все, всем спасибо. Давайте пока. Время пойти вздремнуть, да. А потом у меня будут дела. Хочу сделать пару дел. Все, всем покеда.